You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from TD Bank Ballpark. We're getting set for Game 4 in this 6-game series between the Somerset Patriots and your Bowie Baysox. Well, good evening to you. Matt Sabatis with you from Bridgewater, New Jersey. Glad you're taking time out of your day to join us. Bowie, though, has had a bit of a frustrating series. 2 shutout losses in the last 3 games, including 5-0 on the tail end of last night's loss. When coming into this series, Bowie had only been served 3 shutout losses all season, a span of 76 games. So to have it happen twice in just 3 games, that's going to be a little hurtful. This Bowie team offensively just isn't really performing that the way that we've gotten used to them performing over the first half plus of the 2022 campaign. They're not as patient at the plate. They haven't been drawing as many walks. Bowie has actually only drawn 3 total walks in this series, 1 in each individual game. That's unlike them. They used to be the best team in the league to draw walks, but now they're only second best behind Reading. That patience for Bowie has turned into a little bit of rushing, pushing at the plate. You don't want to say it's just impatient outright, but the Baysox are trying to get it done when they are going after pitches that may be a little questionable outside of the zone. And if you can see that change today, that'd be a great thing because they do need it with Antonio Velez making the start. Velez, just his first appearance since June 10th. He's coming off of a lengthy injured list stint, so Bowie will need to make sure that they give him plenty of cushion. So that patience early against Luis Medina might be a big help. Let's set you up for today's game with the numbers. Bowie comes in for game number 79 on the season, a 33-45 record, a 1-game losing streak. The Baysox are 6-4 over their last 10 and 14-25 when playing on the road. The Patriots also come in for game number 75 on the year, a 48-30 record, a 1-game winning streak. They're 5-5 over their last 10 and 26-13 when playing at home. The Baysox are 6-3 in the second half of the 2022 season, 3rd place overall in the 6-team Southwest Division. They are only 1 half game out of first place. Altoona and Erie are both tied for the division's lead at 6-2 on the season. In the Northeast, Somerset is 4-5 in the second half. They're 4th overall in the 6-team division, 3 games out of first place, and 1 game behind the 2 teams tied for second. That's Hartford and Reading, who are each 5-4. But again, Somerset has already secured a spot in the postseason by winning the first half. No roster moves to make mention of today other than Antonio Velez being added back from the injured list. No official moves have been announced, but there are a couple of notes with Matt Harvey making the jump back up to AAA Norfolk. He is the scheduled starter for the Tides today, but again, it's not been official just yet, so we can just kind of give you the scuttlebutt on it. It's not actually a true move, but we do want to make sure you're up to date, as the Baysox don't have any other moves aside from Velez and Harvey just yet, and Somerset has not made any moves since Austin Wells was added to the roster after the 4th of July. Your starting pitching matchup for today's game, it'll be right-hander Luis Medina going for Somerset, while the left-hander Antonio Velez gets the ball for Bowie. Let's start with Medina, a 2-3 record and a 3.65 ERA this season in 14 games all starts. Top 10 prospect in the Yankees system. He's been on a slow climb through the minors since being signed out of the Dominican back in 2015. Now, while his first 2 seasons in the minors were unimpressive, he didn't have a full season ERA under 5 over those first 2 years. He's made some small physical and mental tweaks that have given him some of his edge back, and he's worked those well into the upper minors. He was actually a staple of the Somerset rotation, spent more than half of the season last year in Somerset, and he's put up similar rate numbers this season, so strikeouts per 9, walks per 9, whip, things like that, but in fewer innings. He's made about an equal number of starts and appearances overall, 14 last season and this season, but he's only pitched about 30 fewer innings. He does have a great arsenal, albeit it's only 3 pitches. A fastball that can sit in the upper 90s, and it has at points gotten to 103. I don't expect that necessarily happening a lot today, but it is something that has been in Medina's arsenal at points in his career. So Bowie might have some tough trouble with that. But after that, it's just a nice biting curveball and a relatively average changeup. So Bowie doesn't need to get too questionable when it comes to what they're waiting for at the plate, as long as they can just maybe pick up the fastball and time themselves up and then, sit properly on the breaking stuff, then they should be fine. On Antonio Velez, it's a 1-7 mark for him, a 6.41 ERA in 10 games, 9 starts for the Baysox. Again, he's making his first appearance for Bowie since he tossed 5 innings in a losing effort for the Baysox during the Harrisburg trip. That was all the way back on June 10th. Velez, while he did have that string of 5 consecutive losses that really inflated his numbers, he is only 1-2 over his last 3 starts, but his numbers have been strong. He's tossed 15 innings total over those 3 starts, allowed just 6 earned runs, walked only 5 batters, and struck out 14 batters. So at least there is some positive working from Velez in the trending category. But again, he is coming off of an injured list stint. So really all we're going to be expecting from Velez today is 2, maybe 3 innings of respectable ball. See if he can work the strike zone well when it comes to his 2-seamer and his curveball. If he can pick up the called strikes, that's what's going to work best for him. Want to avoid the contact as much because he has been obviously a big contact pitcher this season. Orioles are trying to convert him into a little bit more of a strikeout arm. If he can get those called strikes, then he should be fine. Again, don't expect him to go really anywhere past 3 innings. The way that the timing is lining up right now, Bowie might see Garrett Stallings on the back end of this. Coming off of a career-high 10 strikeout performance in relief, Stallings could probably take the bulk of this game for Bowie's pitching staff, but it will be Velez to start. We've got plenty to come here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We break now. When we return, we're going to replay our great conversation with Colton Cowser from the other day. Gave us some great insight on his first impressions at the AA level and what it's been like jumping up from the college ranks. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Get your red capes ready and your iron suits too, because it's Superhero Day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 31st. You can meet your favorite costumed hero, and the first 750 fans ages 13 and up will pick up a Grayson Rodriguez Superman bobblehead for their own. Not only that, but it'll also be Heroes Day at the ballpark, honoring police, fire, and EMS with a Guns N' Hoses charity softball game. And the Baysox will wear custom Heroes jerseys, auctioned off post-game to benefit the Children's Cancer Foundation. Sunday, July 31st, so get your tickets at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, getting set for Game 3 in this 6-game series between Bowie and Somerset, sitting down with Baysox outfielder Colton Cowser. Walk us through the plate appearance of the home run last night. Big home run, made it a 4-0 game. Critical insurance at that point for Bowie.
Yeah, that at bat, I faced him 2 times before. First bat, he was attacking me with heaters. Second one around, was attacking me with some of his secondary stuff. And I believe that at bat, he started me off with a slider and then threw a changeup in, and I was just trying to be on time for the heater and put a good swing on it, and that's what happened.
Let's walk back to the first inning as well. You guys all attacked Vasquez very, very early. You went on the first pitch, if I'm not mistaken. What goes into that? Is that just a lot of proper scouting from the coaching department or from the coaching staff, or is that just something more on how you're feeling, on what you might be anticipating from what you've seen out of him?
Yeah, I think there's a couple things that go into it. I know he was a guy who has multiple pitches, and the big thing was just trying to be on time for the heater. And I know the previous game on Monday was a little bit passive. Didn't want to take too many pitches in the zone. So yeah, just trying to get a good pitch to hit again.
What's it been like following up in the top of the lineup like this with Connor Norby right in front of you to follow up right behind him and then go to Cesar Prieto, 3 guys that have all come up relatively recently to all contribute just so instantly? How's that been feeling?
It's been awesome. We, you mentioned it, we all kind of came up together, and then, Cesar got up here a little bit earlier than us, but, we all have a great relationship, so it's been a lot of fun, seeing us all up here competing at a little bit higher level.
What have been the differences you've noticed at AA?
Yeah, I think that all the pitchers have a little bit more pitchability. I'd say they live on the edges a little bit, so that's when it comes down to it. Is can't miss the pitches in the zone, and you got to execute a great game plan going into it.
Any big differences in general from college ball to pro ball?
Yeah, of course. It's like I like the equivalent of like most of the arms you're facing here in pro ball are those everyone's Friday night guys every day in college. So. It's a lot of fun, though. I love to compete against, higher level pitching, and, it's really helping me expand my game.
Yeah. Well, how have you enjoyed just the concept of playing in the pros, getting to explore even more so than maybe you did at Sam Houston to get out and see a lot of the East Coast?
Yeah, I haven't been out on the East Coast very much, at least the Northeast. I've been to Florida every once in a while, but I don't count that as East Coast.
Yeah. That's its own monster.
Yeah, it's got 3 coasts. So, yeah, it's been fun. A little bit learning curve at the beginning of the year. Just playing every day and trying to get into my routine and learning about things I should do, things I shouldn't do. So it's been a lot of fun.
Well, do you have any fun little bits, any relaxation built into that routine that you think may be a little unique to yourself?
Yeah, we went to I guess you could say on the Tuesday off day this week. Went to the mall and, I got a couple Lego sets, built those up in the room, relaxed a little bit in the morning, and then Kobe and I and his girlfriend, we went and did a couple escape rooms as well.
Okay.
We did one this morning as well, so,
very cool.
Just trying to get out there, not just waking up and going to the field, so.
So you didn't go downtown to NYC on that off day, did you? I
did not. In Aberdeen, we were in Brooklyn not too long ago, so got to go explore one of the mornings. So, I'm not, I enjoy going to the city, but a lot of it is just walking around and go, oh, look at that building. I like to, see what else is around.
Well, you and Gunnar Henderson were the 2 guys I thought of when we saw the Lego store in downtown, but then the line was wrapped around the corner, so I thought I'm not standing in any sort of line for a Lego store as nice as it is. But that does lead us to the next question. Everyone's been on the edge of their seat wondering, how is the Millennium Falcon doing?
It's going. I made the trip to Bowie and safely in my car. I know Gunner's ahead of me in the build a little bit. He got this settle in a little bit, but when we get back from the road trip, I plan on actually finishing it this week.
Yeah. Do you have any other sets that you're particularly proud of?
I have a bunch of like the minifigure Star Wars heads. Those are all around 600-700 pieces. I like doing those, but I'm not eyeing anything big until the off season. I've learned traveling with a bigger Lego set is not ideal.
Were you on the same kick that a handful of guys, at least in this clubhouse, were about playing the Lego Star Wars game?
Of course. I actually played it. I didn't finish it. You got to put a lot of hours into that game.
Yeah.
I know.
That's 9 movies.
I know Cody Roberts was telling me that he finished 100% of it. It took him quite the amount of hours. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
What's the next step in your development that you think you'd really like to see improvements on?
Yeah, I just say, I think consistency in the approach right now, and then defensively, I think that it's something that really help expand my game as well. I feel like I play a pretty good outfield right now, but just being more consistent out there as well. First step, routes, things like that. Getting to know ballparks that I haven't played at before, and I think that's really helping as well.
Do you do much when you get to a new ballpark to try and learn the dimensions? Just maybe walk the warning track, anything in particular?
Yeah, typically, Billy, our fundamentals coach here, we earlier this week when we first got here, we threw the bases and then hit a couple balls off the wall. And then I know Zach Watson's played here before. We talked about right center's the biggest part of the field, so we were having to tag team that together. Whenever balls are in the gap, just communicate.
And then one last question, I like to ask this of everyone when we're on the road. You get back to the hotel at the end of the night, you put on your favorite streaming service. What's been your go-to binge show to end the day?
I recently was watching Suits on Amazon Prime. It was a good show, a lot of cliffhangers at the end of each episode. So I binged that for a little bit, actually stalled out a little bit around season 6, probably pick back up into it here pretty soon.
All right, thank you so much, Colton. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Colton Cowser on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside. Be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
That's right, it's Dynamite Night at Prince George's Stadium on Friday, July 15th. Meet legendary actor and comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker, star of the 1970s hit Good Times, with a special VIP meet and greet package available. That's Friday, July 15th for Dynamite Night with Jimmy J.J. Walker at Prince George's Stadium. So head to Baysox.com right now to get your tickets and learn more.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed lays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
There's plenty going on at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, July 30th. It's the Island Luau Night at the ballpark as the Baysox battle the Altoona Curve. Live music from the islands, inspirational dance performances, and more. But that's not all. It's also Maryland's Worst Car Show. Do you own a clunker, a piece of junk on wheels? Well, here's your chance to show it off. Again, that's all on Saturday, July 30th. So head to Baysox.com to purchase tickets and find out more about registering for Maryland's Worst Car Show. Hope to see you there.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're
Ready to go from TD Bank Ballpark. It's game 4 of this 6-game series between the Somerset Patriots and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas with you from Bridgewater, New Jersey. And as Luis Medina warms on the mound for the Patriots, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Connor Norby, followed by Colton Cowser, the DH, batting second. Cesar Prieto is at third base. He bats third. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, cleans up. Hudson Askin in center field bats fifth. Maverick Handley, the catcher, sixth. J.D. Mundy at first base bats seventh. Christopher Cespedes in left field eighth. And Zach Watson is in right field batting ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Keller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. Bowie is 33-45 on the season, a one-game losing streak, 6-4 over their last 10, and 6-3 here in the second half. Once more, that lineup for the Baysox. You've got Norby, Cowser, Prieto, Ortiz, Haskin, Hanley, Mundy, Cespedes, Watson, all to face off against right-hander Luis Medina on the mound. TD Bank Ballpark, 317 feet down the line to left field, 315 to right, and 402 feet to straightaway center. As right-hander Connor Norby digs into the box, Medina steps back, kicks high, and fires the first pitch home. It's a fastball under the knees for a ball, 1-0 to start. We're underway at 7:05 p.m. on an 81-degree, mostly cloudy day here in Bridgewater. Norby, a .344 average on the season, a .932 OPS in 8 games. He waits for the 1-0 offering. Here it is. Breaking ball called for strike in the outer half of the zone. Run the count even at 1. 5 doubles, no triples for Norby so far. Still looking for that first AA home run. He does have 2 runs batted in, but he's been leading off since he joined the roster, so it's hard to pick up RBI at the top spot. The 1-1 swung on him, missed away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Wind pushing in pretty much from left field at this point, almost from the left field corner, a little bit across the field as the 1-2 comes in, and Norby grounds a fastball foul, third base side, remains the count at 1-2. Bowie trying to even up this 6-game series at 2 games apiece this evening. It's been very close just about every game. As the 1-2 pitch comes into Norby, and it's lifted high and deep up the first base line to the corner, tailing out of play, gets out and holds the count at a ball and 2 strikes. You could say last night was not as close. 5-0 shutout loss. The Baysox were getting base runners aboard. Somerset committed 3 errors as the 1-2 is a curveball just nicked foul, rolls back to the screen as the count still holds at a ball and 2 strikes. Prior to that, the Baysox picked up a slim 5-4 win after leading 4-0, and they were shut out again on Monday, a 1-0 loss. The 1-2 to Norby. Curveball skips in, and the count runs even at 2. Norby had an easy time finding that one quick. But the Baysox still have one of the better records in the Eastern League here in the second half, but they have dipped out of the top spot after last night's loss, put them at just 6-3. As the 2-2 pitch comes into Norby, and it's popped foul behind home plate, gets out of play. Whatever the case for Connor Norby at the moment, he is working strong against Luis Medina to start. However this plate appearance ends up, it'll at least be 9 pitches for Medina against just the first batter. Another 2-2 to Norby. Right-hander swings and misses on a fastball down and away. And there's 1 away on that fastball. First strikeout for Medina. Let's tell you about the defense behind him. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Elijah Dunham, Jason Rosario, and Blake Perkins. Chad Bell is at third base. Anthony Volpe is at short. Max Bird at second. Mickey Gasper at first. And Austin Wells catches behind the plate for Luis Medina on the mound. In steps left-hander Colton Cowser now. .360 average and a .1248 OPS in 8 games. First pitch, fastball grounded to the left side. Long run for the shortstop. Backhanded by Volpe. Sent across the diamond. A low looping liner, and it got him. Cowser had really sprinted up the line. Thought he probably would have beaten it, but Volpe has just been putting on a clinic at the shortstop position in this whole series. Takes him out on a 6-3, and there's quickly 2 gone. Your umpiring crew for today's game, Kellen Martin is at third base, Jen Powell at first, and Tanner Moore is the crew chief calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. First pitch home to Cesar Prieto is fouled off back to the screen as the count opens up at 0-1. .276 average for Prieto this season, a .690 OPS in 38 games played. 9 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 16 runs batted in. As the 0-1 comes home, and Prieto lifts it up the third base line, but foul, slices out of play, count quickly to 0-2. Luis Medina, a 6'1", 175-pound, 23-year-old right-hander from Nagawa in the Dominican. International free agent signed in 2015. On the season, he's gone 2-3 with a 3.65. The 0-2 pitch is a curveball that gets in at the foot of Cesar Prieto. He had to kick that back leg out as if he was a horse. Starts the count at 1-2 strikes now. 1-2, bounced up the middle. Taken at the chest by Anthony Volpe near the bag, and the shortstop sends it to first for another 6-3 putout. 3 up, 3 down go the Baysox in the first. We're on to the bottom of the frame. Bowie nothing. Somerset coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Well, the Bowie Baysox went down in order in the top of the first. It'll be on Antonio Velez to try and make sure he can do the same against the Somerset Patriots. Matt Sabatis with you from TD Bank Ballpark here in Bridgewater, and as Velez warms on the mound for Bowie, the starting lineup for the Patriots that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at shortstop, you've got Anthony Volpe, followed by Elijah Dunham in left field batting second. Austin Wells is the catcher, he bats third. Brandon Lockridge, the designated hitter, bats fourth. Jason Rosario in center field bats fifth. Blake Perkins in right field sixth. Mickey Gasper at first base bats seventh. Chad Bell at third base eighth. And Max Bird is at second base batting ninth. The Patriots are the AA affiliate of the New York Yankees. They're managed by Dan Fiorito, assisted by Gerardo Casadiego, Jake Hurst, and Aaron Bossi. Michael Becker is the athletic trainer. Somerset, 48-30 on the season, and once more their lineup, you've got Volpe, Dunham, Wells, Lockridge, Rosario, Perkins, Gasper, Bell, Burt, all to face off against left-hander Antonio Velez on the mound. As the shortstop Volpe steps into the box, a .249 average, an .800 OPS in 71 games played, Velez winds and fires his first pitch since June 10th. It misses inside. A fastball starts the count at 1-0. 20 doubles and a triple for Volpe this season, 11 home runs, 41 runs batted in. They play him straight up on the infield, maybe a little bit on the pull side to the right-hander. Next pitch, a curveball. Call it for strike one in the top half of the zone. Run the count even. Velez activated from the injured list earlier today after not pitching since June 10th. He tossed 5 innings against Harrisburg. Next pitch, a fastball. Dots the inside corner for a called strike. It's 1-2. This is a big opportunity for Velez early on. Baysox pitchers have been a little bit wary of pitching to Volpe, but a 1-2 count here, and the next pitch is grounded slowly to third. Holding back on a Prieto. He gloves, charges, fires a tad low, but it's there in time. A 5-3 putout, and Velez is off to a good start. Let's tell you about the defense to back up the starting pitcher. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Christopher Cespedes, Hudson Haskin, and Zach Watson. Cesar Prieto is at third base. Joey Ortiz is at shortstop. Connor Norby at second. J.D. Mundy at first. And Maverick Handley catches behind the plate for Antonio Velez on the mound. Lefty on lefty now as Elijah Dunham digs in. A .252 average and a .791 OPS. First pitch, a fastball, finds its way to the inside half for a called strike. 0-1 to open. 14 doubles and 3 triples for Dunham, 10 homers, 38 runs batted in this season, 63 games. They put the shift on, the 0-1 pitch, a curveball misses too far high, and the count runs even at 1. Antonio Velez, a 6'1", 195-pound, 25-year-old left-hander from Miami, Florida, traded over to Baltimore from the Miami Marlins earlier this year. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses too far away to Elijah Dunham, and it runs the count to 2-1. On the season with Bowie, Velez has gone 1-7 with a 6.41 ERA in 10 games, 9 starts. He holds the chin, turns and fires the 2-1. It's a breaking ball fouled off first base side. Runs the count even at 2. Velez has fired 46 and a third innings. Again, this is his first appearance since June 10th, so just under a month's time. He struck out 50 batters, walked only 13. He's allowed 12 home runs, and opponents are hitting him for a .286 batting average. He stares in, drops to the waist, and fires the 2-2 to Dunham. It's just pieced foul. Fastball low that Dunham got a sliver of bat on as it rolls back to the screen. Holds the count even at 2. Patriots have always been able to rely on strong pitching. Yankees AA has just always been good at that, even in their old Trenton Thunder days, and that's what they've been doing this series. Velez trying to match it, the 2-2. Again, grounded foul, first base side. Count remains. It was a lengthy first inning at least. A 9-pitch battle between Connor Norby and Luis Medina to lead it off, but then Colton Cowser grounded out on the first pitch he saw. Cesar Prieto went down on a similar ground ball with a 1-2 count. So still under 20 pitches for Medina. Another 2-2 is driven high and deep to left center. Haskin running a long way to the gap. He closes the gap and makes the catch. They had him played to pull. Haskin had to go opposite field slightly to sprint it down, and he got there. So 2 up, 2 down, and now here's Austin Wells. The Baysox are in their alternate orange uniforms today. The black letter Bowie on the front side, gray pants, black cap, orange brim. Somerset in their home blues. The silver Patriots on the front side. First pitch home to Austin Wells is swung on and missed down. A fastball opens it up at 0-1. Wells just in his third AA game is 0 for 9 so far in his young career. 5 of his at-bats have ended in strikeouts. The 0-1 driven high to left but shallow. This one on the infield. Cesar Prieto backing up, makes the catch. It's a perfect first for Antonio Velez in his first appearance since June 10th. 3 up, 3 down for both sides. We're on to the second in Somerset, scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball. That's right, it's Dynamite Night at Prince George's Stadium on Friday, July 15th. Meet legendary actor and comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker, star of the 1970s hit Good Times, with a special VIP meet and greet package available. That's Friday, July 15th for Dynamite Night with Jimmy J.J. Walker at Prince George's Stadium. So head to Baysox.com right now to get your tickets and learn more.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
On to the second inning here in Bridgewater as we've got a scoreless game, Bowie and Somerset, each side going down in order in the opening frame. Luis Medina picking up a strikeout and 2 groundouts for the Patriots. Antonio Velez, a groundout, a flyout, and a pop-out for the Baysox. 4, 5, and 6 in the Bowie lineup to start with Joey Ortiz. First pitch is a fastball, misses down and away, and it's 1-0 to open up. .215 average for Ortiz this season, a .602 OPS in 70 games played. 13 doubles, 3 triples. Next pitch. Fastball called a strike on the outside corner of the letters. Run the count even at a ball and a strike. 4 home runs for Ortiz. He's driven in 31 runs this season. As the 1-1 pitch comes home, and Ortiz takes a late swing to roll it slowly to third. 2 bounces. It's picked on the run by Chad Bell. Sent across the body and not in time to first base. Ortiz had hustled up the line on that slow bouncer and beats out the infield single. He's been a great batter when leading off an inning this season. There have been a couple of Baysox batters like that. Hudson Haskin primarily is one of them. He's got a 304 average as the inning's first batter. Joey Ortiz has a 295 average when he's the first batter of an inning. So he picks up the infield single to start, and the Baysox collect the first base runner of the game. And now here's Hudson Haskin. First pitch in. Haskin watches fastball dot the upper outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Bowie has only tested Austin Wells' arm once. It was back on Wednesday, and the runner was caught stealing. Here's the 0-1. Haskin swings through a curveball down, and it's quickly 0-2. Again, it's just a 3-pitch offering for Luis Medina. His fastball hovers in the mid to upper 90s. It's hit 103 at points, but a lot of that was rated back when he was a little bit younger after just signing out of the Dominican and pitching a little bit wildly. He's cleaned up some stuff since. The 0-2 is flared into right center field. That'll fall for a base hit. Ortiz takes a hard round of second but stops there. Back-to-back singles for the Baysox to open up the second inning. Haskin has hits in 3 consecutive games. And now Bowie has first and second with nobody out here in the second inning. Well, Bowie had this exact scenario in the 4th inning yesterday, albeit in the complete opposite order. Joey Ortiz had the single into center field to open the inning, and Hudson Haskin had a bunt single. This time it's Ortiz with the infield single and Haskin with the single to center. But they led off the 4th inning with those, and they were left. Ortiz didn't get to third base. Haskin was taken out on an inning-ending double play that J.D. Mundy hit into. Mundy is on deck. Maverick Handley steps into the box as Medina steps off the back of the rubber and looks back Ortiz at second. Handley a 250 average this season, an 808 OPS. Somebody call Kanye West and make sure his heart's okay. As the first pitch comes in, Handley swings through a high fastball and falls to an E, 0-1. Okay, I know I make puns on batters' OPS a lot of times. I think that was the most, not necessarily obscure one, because 808s and Heartbreak is obviously a very popular album, but still less known than the other dumb jokes that I make. 9 doubles, no triples for Handley this season. 6 homers, 25 runs batted in. The 0-1, half swing, he went. Curveball down and away. The home plate umpire is the one to ring him up on it. Count runs to 0-2. First and second with nobody out here in the top of the second. A scoreless game as Bowie is trying to get the offense going again. They've only scored in 3 of the 27 innings of this series. The 0-2. Fastball misses away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. You could actually say 3 of the 28. I forgot about the first inning of today's game. But yeah, they scored in 3 different innings on Wednesday, and that was it. The shutout on Monday, the shutout last night, and the scoreless first today. A ball and 2 strikes on Handley. Pitch home from Medina is a fastball that comes in too low. Run the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Aside from the fastball, his curveball does work well in the mid-70s, Luis Medina. He has also got a changeup. Haven't seen it locate too particularly well so far. We are only on the 6th batter, and there hasn't been much of an opportunity just yet. Sticking with the fastball early in the first trip. The 2-2 is the curveball, however, and it bounces in. So from falling behind early, 0-2, Handley has run the count full. Medina has had a disastrous season with full counts. Opponents hitting him .269. He has walked 22 batters and only struck out 9 on full counts this year. Here's the payoff. Handley watches it away for ball 4. Fastball at 97 miles an hour, and the bases are loaded for J.D. Mundy with no one out here in the top of the second. That's the first walk of the day for Medina and the 34th overall this season. I think that's part of the reason why he has not made the jump up to AAA at this point after already spending more than the second half of last season with Somerset and now more than the first half of this season with the Patriots. Those walk numbers are still a little bit too unsavory. Mundy on the season, 1 for 6 with the bases loaded. First pitch home, fastball driven out toward deep left. This might be able to score the run. Dunham ranging around on it, running in on it, makes the catch high. Tagging from third, Ortiz, he slides in as the throw is cut off. The Baysox take a 1-0 lead on a sacrifice fly by J.D. Mundy. There's one out now, but Mundy picks up his 28th RBI of the season. Bowie capitalizes on the early bases loaded opportunity. They have had their struggles with stranding runners, but Mundy gets it done. And Christopher Cespedes now a chance with a runner still in scoring position. 205 average for Cespedes this season, a 675 OPS in 25 games, 4 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. Medina holds, now comes set at the waist. First pitch home to the right-hander Cespedes is a high fastball. 1-0 to start. There's been something about the way the Baysox have just played the last couple of days have been interesting to me. The pitchers that they've played well against and the pitchers that they've had trouble with. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed high. Runs the count even at 1. Some of these pitchers that do have excellent pitches, usually high strikeout arms, hadn't actually been striking out too many Baysox batters. And now against the high strikeout arms, they're making good contact again. First and second, 1 away in the top of the second. A 1-1 count on Cespedes. The next pitch is grounded to third. Tough play, backhanded by Bell. He takes it to third for 1, throws it to first for 2, and it's a double play. A 5 unassisted 3. Cespedes was not going too fast up the line, and the inning is over. Bowie loads the bases. At least they get 1 out of it, but nothing more than that. As we go to the bottom of the second, Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Bottom of the second inning here in Bridgewater as Bowie leads 1-0. Antonio Velez back to work. Faces the designated hitter Brandon Lockridge to start. In the first pitch home, misses high a ball. They didn't stop the music. Home plate umpire looks back and just says, "What are you guys doing?" They kept the music going as Velez delivered the pitch. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss and a curveball down. It's 1-1. 250 average for Lockridge, a 717 OPS in 61 games played, 14 doubles and a triple, 7 homers including 1 this series. He's driven in 30 runs this season. 1-1 pitch from the left-hander Velez is swung on and missed. They're having a tough time picking up the curveballs at this moment. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. It's a 5-pitch offering for Velez. 4-seam fastball, then the 2-seamer. Curveball is his main breaking pitch, then a slider and a changeup. He fires the 1-2. Misses down and away. That was the change. Runs the count even. It'll be Lockridge, Rosario, and then Perkins. Right-hander, left-hander, and then switch hitter who will bat as a right-hander as they play straight up on the infield for the righty Lockridge. Next pitch. Grounded foul. Third base side count remains. Lockridge has actually been a very big pull candidate this season. It's actually been a lot of high pull rates for the Somerset lineup. Just cruising through the numbers. Chad Bell is really the only true spray hitter. The 2-2 driven high and deep to left center. Haskin has a beat on it. He backs up to the warning track and with his ankles on the dirt, makes the catch. So 4 up, 4 down to start for Antonio Velez, and now here's Jason Rosario. Yeah, so looking at it really quickly, Elijah Dunham is a little bit under the high 40% rate by 0.3%. He still pulls it a ton. And then the only other batter in this lineup that doesn't pull it over 40% of the time is Chad Bell. First pitch home to the left-hander Rosario is swung on and missed. A high changeup. Count opens up at 0-1. Bell pulls it only 32% of the time. The rest of the lineup, 40% or more. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball inside, and it's already 0-2. 219 average for Rosario, 693 OPS in 62 games played, 10 doubles and 3 triples, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. The 0-2 from Velez. Misses down. Breaking ball runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Not anticipating a long start from Velez today. First start back from a lengthy stint on the injured list is the 1-2 is a half swing. Poked foul on accident, left side. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. You don't want to overtax an arm that hasn't gotten a lengthy run for a couple of weeks. He did have a live bullpen session last week, but that didn't go long either, as the 1-2 is swung on and missed away for strike 3. Went with the slider that time, Velez. His first punch out, 5 in a row retired to start the evening. But at the way he's dealing, you've got to be very excited about the possibility of him returning with a vengeance. It reminds me of what Cody Roberts was talking about after he had made his first jump up to join the taxi squad for Baltimore when they visited Fenway Park. Here's the first pitch to Blake Perkins, lined right out to left field where Christopher Cespedes runs in and catches it. To end the story quickly, as Velez works 1-2-3, Roberts said it was nice to be up there, but he wanted to play, didn't get to play. That's what I feel like Velez is doing right now. He's so glad to be back. 3 up, 3 down, 6 in a row retired to start. We're on to the third. Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Third inning between Bowie and Somerset, a 1-0 Baysox lead. Matt Sabatas with you on a bit of a heavy, cloudy day here in Bridgewater. Zach Watson will lead off, the number 9 batter. First pitch to him is a tip foul into the mid of the catcher. 0-1 to start. It'll be 9-1-2 in the lineup, with Watson making his first plate appearance of the day. Luis Medina, 31 pitches deep after that first pitch strike. He turns, kicks, and fires the 0-1 to Watson. It's a fastball away, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. 193 average on the season for Zach Watson, a 575 OPS in 58 games played, 7 doubles and 2 triples, 5 homers, 16 runs batted in. The 1-1 pitch. Oh, that nearly got him up toward the hands, but I think it got the knob of the bat. The home plate umpire, however, is saying it got somewhere on the hands of Watson and awarding him first base. Luis Medina is just throwing the hands out to the side, palms to the sky, saying, no, that was a foul. Lindsey Birchfield is coming out to see if Watson needs the grip test, as well as Dan Fiorito, the manager for Somerset, to ask for clarification on that call. It was kind of a late decision to actually grant him first base. I thought it might have been a hit by pitch, but I do admit I heard a little bit of crack of ball on wood there. We'll see if there is any sort of change in the decision. But Watson is being attended to about halfway up the first base line. See if he needs any help with that grip. Gives us a chance to preview what's coming up to Prince George's Stadium next week. The Baysox are back in town from July 12th to the 17th, and there are plenty of great promotions, including Margaritaville Night and the Baysox Live Happy Hour on Thursday, fireworks and Star Wars Saturday on Saturday of all times, presented by Taco Bell, and then Princesses and Pirates at the Park Day on Sunday. It's also Louis' birthday bash. You'll see some extra mascots out, and don't forget about Dynamite Night with Jimmy J.J. Walker on Friday, July 15th. Get your tickets for everything at the ballpark coming up at Baysox.com. Back to the top of the lineup in Connor Norby. First pitch home to the right-hander is a curveball smashed out to left center field. Dunham running, but he has a beat. Makes the catch over the shoulder, well placed to read it, and Norby lines out on the first pitch he sees. There's one away here in the third. 0 for 2 day for Norby now, as Colton Cowser will follow up. Back-to-back innings, the Baysox have gotten the leadoff batter on base. Joey Ortiz scored the only run of the game so far, back in that second inning after leading off with an infield single. Moving to second on a single, then to third on a walk, scoring on a sac fly. First pitch to Colton Cowser bounces in. Changeup starts the count out at 1-0. Cowser attacked the first pitch he saw in the first inning, grounded out to the shortstop. Want to avoid that here as they put the shift on for the left-hander. Cowser is hit into just one double play here in his Double-A career. Here's the 1-0. Fastball in the zone. Upper inside corner for a called strike. It's 1-1. Watson has only attempted 3 stolen bases this season. And again, I don't imagine much coming against Austin Wells. As the 1-1 comes home, Cowser fouls it off of home and back to the screen, runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Not to say that Wells has a big caught stealing rate or anything of that category, but Bowie just hasn't been much of a stolen base kind of team over the last few weeks. They had so many opportunities last week against Richmond, and their catcher, Brandon Martirano, who just had a not so good caught stealing rate, and they didn't capitalize. Next pitch is fouled off left side. This one will get out of play, and the count remains at a ball and 2 strikes on Cowser. Martirano had something of a caught stealing rate less than 10%. He allowed somewhere around 40 stolen bases, and Bowie didn't attempt on him once all series. It very much puzzled me. Another 1-2 to Cowser. Fastball misses high. And the count goes even at 2. Now, thinking back on that series and then thinking to this series as well, I feel Bowie might be more adventurous on the pace pass if they at least had Adam Hall back on the roster. But, of course, Hall has been down in the FCL, the Complex League, rehabbing a shoulder. The 2-2. Poked over to second. Chance for a double play, but a slow roller to Burt. He can't go to second base. Burt has to go to Gasper at first to relieve Cowser. 4-3 put out as Watson advances to second, but now 2 away. Yeah, it was a very interesting injury for Hall. Just something with his shoulder that affected his range of motion on throwing, but not on batting, and of course not on base running. So Bowie was at least able to work with him there. As the Baysox get a body up and moving in the bullpen, as predicted, Garrett Stallings will toss and get loose for Bowie. Seems to be a short return for Antonio Velez. First pitch to Cesar Prieto, grounded to second. Picked up by Burt. He was shaded perfectly on the pull side and sends it to first for another 4-3. Leadoff batter to second base, but left stranded as we go to the bottom of the third. It looks to be Garrett Stallings taking over. We'll tell you about it after this. Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Well, it's a special Baysox Live happy hour on Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium. Along with the usual live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30, it's also Margaritaville night out at the ballpark. Get your flip-flops, salt shakers, and Hawaiian t-shirts ready to celebrate cruise culture with Margaritaville night, sponsored by Bud Light. That's Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com. We're on to the bottom of the third here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater. Bowie maintaining a 1-0 lead as the Baysox will make an early pitching change. Antonio Velez is done. 2 perfect innings in his first start back in just under a month. An expected outcome after not pitching against live opponents for such a long time. You don't want to overtax him, but take him out while he's pitching well. End on a high note. 2 perfect innings with a strikeout. Scoreless time for Antonio Velez. As Garrett Stallings takes over on the mound for the Baysox, he fires a first pitch home to Mickey Gasper. It misses down and in a fastball. 1-0 to start on the switch hitter batting lefty. Next pitch. Curveball called for strike on the inside a half. It's 1-1. Gasper, a .290 average this season, a .938 OPS in 33 games, 6 doubles, no triples, 5 homers, 13 runs batted in. The 1-1 offering. Fastball called for strike on the inner edge. It's 1-2. Garrett Stallings, a 6'2", 200-pound right-hander, traded over from the Los Angeles Angels back in 2020. That was the Iglesias deal. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive, right field, base hit. It's picked on one bounce by Zach Watson. So well hit that Gasper only has room for a single. But the first base runner for Somerset is a leadoff single for Gasper here in the third, as Garrett Stallings allows the first batter he faces to reach. Don't want that to be a sign. Stallings, 14 appearances this season, a 2-7 record, 13 starts, an ERA of 9.50. 54 innings, 65 strikeouts, 15 walks. He leads the league with 20 home runs allowed. First pitch to Chad Bell is a swing and a miss and a curveball away. It's 0-1. Third baseman Bell is hitting .239 this season with a .761 OPS in 54 games. 6 doubles, no triples, 4 homers. Make that 11 homers, 30 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1 offering. Bell watches a fastball zip its way to the upper outside corner of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-2. Stallings was in the rotation for his first 13 appearances of the season, but as things spiraled at the month of June, he allowed 43 earned runs in just 17 innings across 6 games from May 27th to June 28th. He moved into the bullpen. The 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. Curveball down, and Bell is retired. First punch out for Stallings, second overall for Baysox pitching. In his first outing of relief, he came in 6 days ago, following Zach Peak in what was eventually a rain-shortened loss for the Baysox, 10-3 at the hands of Richmond. By the time Stallings had come in, the game was more or less already decided. But Stallings put together a masterful performance. We wait on the first pitch to Max Bird instead of pickoff throw to first base, not in time. Stallings tossed 4 innings. He allowed a solo home run to the second batter he faced, and then only 2 more base runners the rest of the way while striking out a career-high 10. First pitch home to Max Bird is a curveball, misses away, and it's 1-0 to start. A 185 average for Burt this season, a 538 OPS in 54 games played, 6 doubles, no triples, 4 homers, 17 runs batted in. The 1-0 pitch from Stallings. Burt watches the same curveball, this time called for strike in the upper outside corner, runs the count even at a ball and a strike. It was only the second time all season that a Baysox pitcher had reached double-digit strikeouts, as Burt calls for time briefly in the box. The only other time was Chris Valamont in his third and final start with the Baysox before being promoted to Norfolk. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away, and it runs the count to 2 balls and a strike on Burt. Runner at first, 1 away here in the bottom of the third as Bowie leads 1-0. Back-to-back singles in the second inning and a walk to follow led to a sacrifice fly. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball down and away. Burt lays off as the count goes to 3-1. First 3-ball count that a Somerset batter has reached today. As Stallings sets and delivers the next. Fastball, upper inside corner for a called strike. Burt thought he might have gotten the free pass. Pickoff throw back to first, still not in time. At least Stallings, for now, is trying to hold on the runner Gasper. But Gasper has only attempted 1 stolen base this season in his 30-plus games, and he was caught. Maverick Hanley has caught 10 of 31 potential stolen bases. There goes Gasper. The 3-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. The throw is high and goes into center field. It gets by the center fielder. Gasper goes to third, but stops there as it was backed up by Zach Watson. Second strikeout for Garrett Stallings. Needed it right there because now it's runner at third. Stolen base for Gasper is his first this season. The error for Hanley is his 7th this season. And now back to the top of the lineup with Anthony Volpe. Volpe grounded out to third base in the first. Stallings sets first base side of the rubber, fires the first. It's high, a fastball. Maybe a little bit inside. Volpe brushed back as the count starts out at 0-1. Volpe has played well at this ballpark. 7 of his 11 home runs have come here at home. Here's the 1-0. Curveball in there for a called strike. Volpe wishes he had that one back. He cocked the bat as it was coming home, but pulled back. Run the count even at 1. They play him wide up the middle on the infield, a little bit the other way on the outfield. The 1-1. Curveball again, but this one too far outside. Stallings thought he might get him to chase on the second offering, but it runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. The next pitch. Fastball just missed inside. Above the knees, but too far in as Volpe runs it to 3-1. He's hitting .315 with runners in scoring position this season. The 3-1 pitch, curveball, smashed foul, third base side. Volpe was just a split second away from timing that one up for a go-ahead 2-run home run. But it runs the count full. Volpe this season is only hitting .192 on full counts. He walks more than he strikes out, however. Runner at third, 2 away, Bowie ahead 1-0. The 3-2 pitch from Stallings. Curveball lifted out toward left field. Cespedes slides. Did he catch it? He did! Christopher Cespedes takes away an RBI hit from Anthony Volpe. A breathtaking play to keep Bowie ahead. 1-0 they lead as we move to the fourth. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Oh, we've got some rain here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, but it looks like we might be playing on as the Somerset Patriots grounds crew, the front office staff, is huddled up by the tarp in front of the Baysox bullpen in left field. But it looks to be that we are going to play, despite the rain that has sent a handful of fans. Bowie leads 1-0 as we enter the top of the fourth inning. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the Baysox lineup due-up with Luis Medina still working on the mound for Somerset. First pitch home to Joey Ortiz is a looping curveball called for strike at the letters. It's 0-1. It was an 11-pitch third for Luis Medina. Featured two different first-pitch outs. A line out by Connor Norby, a ground out by Cesar Prieto. The 0-1. Ortiz fouls it off back to the screen, a fastball. Runs the count to 0-2. After these two pitches, it's up to 43 on the day for Medina. The Baysox capitalizing on their only two hits so far. Back-to-back singles to open the second. Then a walk and a sacrifice fly. The 0-2 pitch to Ortiz is swung on and missed low for strike 3. A changeup at 90. That's just the second strikeout for Luis Medina, and he wins the rematch with Ortiz after Ortiz picked up the first hit of the day for Bowie opening the second inning. So now here's Hudson Haskin with one away. Couple of Baysox players leaned over the railing of the dugout, have towels over their heads to shade them from the light drizzle that has moved over. First pitch home to the right-hander Haskin is checked on, but he went too far on a curveball away. It's 0-1 to start. And I checked the radar in that last half inning during the break, and the cell that is forming above us right now is mostly north of us and is very small. It'll get past quickly. The 0-1 bounces in, probably about 2-3 feet in front of home plate, and it actually gets past the catcher with how high it bounced, runs the count even at a ball and a strike. Haskin singled up the middle in the second inning, moved to second base on a walk, but he was taken out on a 5 unassisted 3 double play hit into by Christopher Cespedes. That ended that inning as the 1-1 pitch comes in, and it's a curveball, bounced the other way this time. A run in for the shortstop Volpe, a jump throw, and he got it to first perfectly. Well, you can just take the imagery of a Yankees-affiliated shortstop making a throw like that and write the story yourself, but I'm not going to dictate it. It was a nice 6-3 putout. I'll say that much for you. And now here's Maverick Hanley with bases empty and 2 gone. First pitch. Hanley watches high fastball, 1-0. He started out behind 0-2 in the second inning, Maverick Hanley. Ran the count full, drew a walk, and it was critical. Bowie wouldn't have scored their run without that walk. The 1-0 pitch. Flinching on a high fastball, count runs to 2-0. The entire Somerset front office is still just huddled on that small railing above their tarp, ready to go at a moment's notice, but I don't think they're even going to be called on. As the 2-0 pitch comes into Hanley, it's fouled off behind the screen. Count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Because if we do go into any sort of delay, the tarp will be on the field for less time than it would take to actually put it on, take it off, and reset the field afterwards. I can almost assure you that. The 2-1 pitch to Hanley. Fastball called for strike away at the knees. Frustrates Hanley. He realized he had an opportunity there as it runs the count even at 2. Medina cruising. Hasn't allowed a base hit since Hudson Haskins single in the second. The 2-2. Hanley watches breaking ball miss down and away. Runs it full for the second consecutive plate appearance. Hanley's, not Medina's. It's only the second full count that Medina has worked to today. Something about Hanley, I suppose. The payoff pitch. Inside ball 4. Both walks from Medina today have been to Maverick. And the inning extends now for J.D. Mundy, who collected the Baysox only RBI today. A sacrifice fly to left field in the second. Looks to be that the rain might already be letting up. A handful of fans are actually headed back into their seats already. Either it's letting up or they're just not going to get too bothered by a couple of light sprinkles here or there. We're not expecting a storm. That's what I'm saying. There's not really any reason to go into a delay. As Mundy digs in, left-hander. First pitch home to him. Bounces in and gets away. Handley has the easy, leisurely trot to second base on that wild pitch. I think that's another reason that Medina might not have been looked upon to jump up to AAA anytime soon. That curveball of his is quite inconsistent. That's at least the fourth or fifth time today that we've seen it bounce 2 or 3 feet in front of home plate and bounce so violently that the catcher had no opportunity at it. So 1-0 to start on Monday. Now runner in scoring position. Next pitch. Fastball, spoiled foul left side, runs the count even at 1. Well, you know me. If you've listened to any broadcast this season, you know I enjoy the fun little stats, the splits that each batter might bring to the table from time to time. J.D. Mundy has an interesting one. As the 1-1 comes home, and it's a curveball, misses high, runs the count to 2-1. And it's a split that I rarely actually pay attention to. I have it listed among all of my other splits, but it's one I don't notice too much. J.D. Mundy just must be working for the weekend because he's got a .367 average on Fridays. Something about it. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down. And it runs the count even at 2. Yeah, .367 average and a .991 OPS. And it's been all on contact. His approach to the plate doesn't change necessarily either. His strikeout and walk rates are the same. Runner at second, 2 away. The 2-2 to Mundy is swung on and missed inside for strike 3. And hey, at least Mundy still has the RBI today while he does strike out for the first time. And the Baysox strand a runner at second. Bottom of the fourth coming up here in Bridgewater. Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
There's plenty going on at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, July 30th. It's the Island Luau night at the ballpark as the Baysox battle the Altoona Curve. Live music from the islands, inspirational dance performances, and more. But that's not all. It's also Maryland's worst car show. Do you own a clunker, a piece of junk on wheels? Well, here's your chance to show it off. Again, that's all on Saturday, July 30th. So head to Baysox.com to purchase tickets and find out more about registering for Maryland's worst car show. Hope to see you there.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Well, fans, care's around the corner. Patient First, urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. No appointment needed. Learn more at patientfirst.com. Bottom of the fourth inning here in Somerset as Bowie leads 1-0. Garrett Stallings back to work for his second inning of long relief. He faces Elijah Dunham, Austin Wells, and Brandon Lockridge, 2, 3, and 4 in the Patriots lineup. 2 lefties, then a righty. First pitch to Dunham is a curveball. Late swing and a foul. Back to the screen. It's 0-1. Well, the rain is let up. Watching the radar, it's past us entirely, but the Somerset office staff is still standing at attention at the tarp, ready to go at a moment's notice. I don't think they need to right now. The 0-1 is a fastball just under the knees. Good snap by Maverick Hanley behind the plate, but it comes up empty. We wait on the 1-1 pitch. Shift on for Dunham, who flew out to center field his first time up. The next pitch, a curveball, misses wide. Runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Now, it can be interesting, of course, being so close to the water here at this ballpark. probably still a little further away than Bowie is, as the 2-1 pitch is a line drive in the center, a base hit. Back-to-back innings that Somerset has led off with a single now. Mickey Gasper singled to right field in the third inning, stole second, moved to third on an error, but was left stranded thanks to 2 strikeouts by Garrett Stallings. So he's going to need some of that here. Dunham now has hits in 2 of his last 3 games.
Number 16, Austin Wells.
And now Austin Wells. But there have been points where the weather patterns around here may be interesting, and the clouds just continue to form and form. They don't pop up on the radar until they're actually right above you. First pitch home to Austin Wells, misses away a changeup. Count starts out at 1-0. Wells popped out to third base his first time up. That ended a perfect first inning for Antonio Velez. See what Dunham does here at first base. He stays put, the 1-0. Fastball misses a bit wide, I suppose. Count goes to 2-0. Well, at the moment, Stallings really looks to be hitting just some of the edges of the zone. Isn't getting the called strikes he might be anticipating. Dunham goes. The 2-0 is lined out toward deep center, but Haskin has a run on it. It's the right fielder, Watson. He sprints, dives, makes the catch, throws to first to try and double up the runner, but can't get it there. He tried to throw it from his backside, and J.D. Mundy, realizing that the throw wasn't a bullet, had to run in and keep it from getting past him. So Dunham returns to first base unscathed, maybe with a little bit of jolt in his heart, but Wells floats out to right field. That one looked like it probably could have gotten deeper. I think the raindrops may have deadened it. But it's 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th, and now Brandon Lockridge. With a right-hander at the plate, we'll see if Dunham tries again. First pitch. He stays put. Fastball misses up and away. It's 1-0. Lockridge flew out to center field himself back in the second inning. But Dunham is 24 for 27 this year in his stolen base attempts. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball away, and it's 1-1. This is why the new pitch clock rules have been enacted to add 4 additional seconds for pitchers when there are runners on base, because it's in the pitcher's advantage to mess with their own timing a little bit to hold runners on. The 1-1 misses wide, a fastball, and the count goes to 2-1. That was a prime example right there. Garrett Stallings delivered much faster after he had come set than he did on the previous pitch. Waited a little bit less time to throw off Dunham's timing. He holds for a while here and sends. Dunham stays put. The 2-1 is lined to third where it's picked by Cesar Prieto. He goes to first, and they can't get him. Dunham scampered back in, and Prieto was quick on the transfer and throw to try for the double play, but he's content with the line out, and there's already 2 gone.
Center fielder number 2, Jason Rosario.
Well, if Dunham had taken off on that play, it would have instantly been a double play. But now with 2 outs, you can see him being a little bit more adventurous because now there's no threat of being doubled up. Pickoff throw, late. We wait on the first pitch to Jason Rosario. Rosario struck out swinging his first time up on a 1-2 pitch by Antonio Velez. 2 perfect innings for Velez in a short start, his first appearance since June 10th. First pitch home. Rosario, the left-hander, watches curveball just miss away. And that's 3 consecutive first pitch balls for Garrett Stallings. And in all honesty, all 3 have been so almost frustratingly close to the zone. 1-0 pitch. Fastball smashed out toward right center field, sends Haskin running back. He sees it though, still backing up against the warning track. He makes the catch. That's one of the deepest parts of the ballpark, right center field here in Somerset, and it helps Stallings keep it in. Another scoreless frame, and as we move to the 5th, Bowie leads 1-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. Ah. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Well, it's always such a great pleasure to have you come along each and every night for the broadcast. Matt Sabatis with you from TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater. Thank you so much for joining this evening as Bowie leads Somerset 1-0. A sacrifice fly in the second inning, giving Bowie the only run so far. 2 perfect innings from Antonio Velez, 2 scoreless innings from Garrett Stallings, and now it's back to the Baysox in the 5th. First pitch home to Christopher Cespedes, bounces in. 1-0 to start. Luis Medina still working. That was his 59th pitch today. It'll be 8-9-1 with Cespedes, Zach Watson, and then Connor Norby due up to bat for the Baysox in this frame. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Cespedes flinches on a fastball that's in the zone. Call it for strike 1. Cespedes' glove has kept it a 1-0 game. He made an excellent play in the third inning to end the frame, the 1-1. He pulls back a check swing and a curveball away. They'll appeal on it, but he didn't go around. Count goes to 2-1. It was runner at third and 2 away in the third when Anthony Volpe hit a low liner to left field. Cespedes slid in to make the catch, stranding the runner. The 2-1 pitch fouled off back behind the screen, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, they've still got the Tarp team standing at attention just beyond the Baysox bullpen when it doesn't seem like it's going to be necessary. I feel like they could be better spent working somewhere in the ballpark right now. The 2-2 misses high to Cespedes on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Luis Medina. I think he might be starting to pitch a little frustrated as he's really been running up some of these lengthy pitch counts and not been getting the strikeouts he wants. The 3-2 half swing fouled off on another heater. 100 on the inside half. Got a bit of the handle on Cespedes, and that's the kind of pitch that'll rattle your hands. Fortunately for Cespedes, he's got the gloves. He'll readjust them. But that's back-to-back triple-digit fastballs. We'll see if Medina tries to dial up another. Another 3-2 pitch. This is down and away with a changeup. Ball 4. So this is the Bowie team that I'd been frustratingly almost asking for the past couple of days. The team that extends plate appearances, frustrates starting pitchers, and draws walks. That's the 3rd time today the Baysox have gotten the leadoff batter on base. And after only drawing 3 walks over the first 27 innings of this series, they've now drawn 3 walks over 4 innings and 1 batter today. Here's Zach Watson, who got hit by a pitch on the hands to start the 3rd. First pitch to him is a fastball. Pop foul behind home plate at 98. Count opens up at 0-1. Medina holds set at the waist. A tall right-hander splitting the middle, fires the 0-1, and it's swung on and missed. Curveball down, and it runs the count to 0-2. This is a critical series for the Baysox. Really, both series against Somerset are going to be very, very important. Because if Bowie wants to make a run at a second-half playoff berth, Somerset is potentially one of the teams that they would face. They'd face off against Richmond no matter what. And Bowie took 5 of 6 from Richmond last week. The 0-2 pitch. Watson swings and misses on a high fastball at 97. He's down on strikes. 4th strikeout for Luis Medina today. 1 away here in the 5th. And now back up top to Connor Norby. It'd be big for Bowie. Richmond is only 3-6 in the second half. You could easily call it the hangover effect if you want, but Bowie still played extremely well in that series with the Squirrels against still some of their best players. First pitch to Connor Norby is a curveball that misses away, and the count starts out at 1-0. And the fact is that Somerset's best players are more likely to get promoted than maybe Richmond's best players. Here's the 1-0. Norby watches it bounce in, and it gets away off of Wells' chest, and it just running track. Again, that curveball for Luis Medina just isn't playing properly yet. That's at least the 5th time today that that's happened. The 2nd time that it's been a wild pitch to allow a runner to advance. It happened last inning. Maverick Hanley got to second, but he was left stranded there. And now Medina will step off the back of the rubber. His first step off. Wind still coming in very softly from left center, as it has for most of this series. The 2-0 pitch. Norby swings through a breaking ball down and away, and it runs the count to 2-1. Yeah, while Richmond might maintain a good portion of their core, they have a slightly older team with not too many big prospects. And the prospects they do have were recently promoted. They didn't start the season. The 2-1 is fouled off left side. Runs the count even at 2 on Norby. They didn't start the season with Richmond, those Giants prospects. Many of the prospects here in Somerset started the season here. Luis Medina, Anthony Volpe, Elijah Dunham. They're all possibility to jump up to AAA. The 2-2 bounces in again. Changeup runs it full on Connor Norby. 4th changeup that Medina has worked to today, 2nd this inning. He walked the previous 3. Payoff to Norby. Outside, ball 4. So 2 walks in the inning. Norby draws his 5th walk of the season. He re-equalizes his strikeout and walk totals. He came in with 4 apiece, but then struck out in the first inning. Now he's back up to 5 apiece. 4th walk given up by Medina. And now 1st and 2nd with 1 away for Colton Cowser and a mound visit from pitching coach Gerardo Casadiego. Does give us a chance to tell you about Pest Now. They're a proud partner of the Baysox. They provide pest control services for Prince George's Stadium. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, they can really take care of just about anything for you. They've got general pest control, of course, then termite control, mosquito control, you just name it, really all other pest control services. Give them a call. Pest Now, 301-231-8300, or visit them online at pestnow.com. Bowie leads 1-0 here in the top of the 5th inning as they just continue to frustrate Luis Medina. They've drawn twice as many walks as they've collected hits, each side with 2 hits today. Both have been singles for both teams. But Maverick Hanley drew 2 walks, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th. And then 2 walks in this frame, 1 by Christopher Cespedes and 1 by Connor Norby. Now Colton Cowser, who's 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position this season. He's 0 for 2 today, however, with 2 groundouts. They play him to pull. First pitch. Flinches on an inside fastball, called for strike. 97 miles an hour, 0-1. Cowser came up with a runner at first base in the 3rd and grounded out to 2nd, but it wasn't a double play ball. He hit it slowly enough. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line drive, left field, base hit. Sliced it the other way as Cespedes gets the go sign. Dunham fires it home. It's a high looping throw, and it beats him by a mile. That was not a good wave in by Kyle Moore. It was a line drive missile by Colton Cowser to left, and a missile right back to the infield from Elijah Dunham. So a single to left field and an outfield assist for Dunham, his 3rd of the season. It goes 7-2, and there's 2 away. Cowser has hits in 3 consecutive games now for the Baysox. But now instead of bases loaded, 1 out, it's 1st and 2nd with 2 outs, and Cesar Prieto up. You need the hit now. First pitch. Prieto watches fastball miss high, and it's 1-0 to start. 0 for 2 day for Prieto. He's grounded out twice. Cowser and Prieto have actually grounded out to the same fielder in the same 2 innings. to short in the first and to second in the third. The 1-0. Popped up foul, third base side, slicing. Bell runs, but he'll run out of room. Count runs even at 1 on Prieto. Medina up to 78 pitches on the day. And especially the way that he's struggled in this inning, I imagine this will be his last inning, but stranger things have happened, and pretty much almost every other team in the Eastern League, maybe except for Erie, has stretched their pitchers, unlike Bowie. Medina steps off the back of the rubber. The Baysox have not had a pitcher stretch into the 7th inning all season. Meanwhile, Somerset has done it twice in this series. They've only had one pitcher throw more than 89 pitches. Next pitch to Prieto is fouled off back to the screen. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. And the only pitcher all season that has thrown more than 89 pitches for the Baysox is Drew Rahm. He's done it twice. So it's just conditioned my mind sometimes to see opposing starters reach near 80 and think, oh, they're almost done, when that's not necessarily the case. The 1-2 to Prieto. Spoiled foul left side on a high fastball at 96. Count remains. Inning started when Christopher Cespedes led off with a walk. He moved to second on a wild pitch. After a strikeout, Connor Norby walked as well. Put first and second on, and Colton Kauser singled to left field. But Cespedes was thrown out trying to score from second base on the play. The 1-2 pitch. Prieto loops a curveball out toward right field, but foul. It'll get out of play, and the count remains. Missed opportunities have really hurt the Baysox the last few days. They've left on 20 total runners in this series entering this game. The 1-2. High fastball. Count runs even at 2. Prieto slaps the bat in a little bit of pride. Reaffirming his decision to hold off on that pitch. It runs the count even. Medina works, middle of the rubber. Fires the 2-2. It's a fastball. Popped foul again left side as the count holds. That one's still at 96. We've seen them all over the place in this half inning. 96 has been on the low end. They've been up to triple digits on 3 separate occasions. This next pitch will be the 8th of the plate appearance, the 84th of the day for Medina. He's up to 24 pitches in this inning. First and second, 2 away. Bowie leads 1-0 in the 5th. Another 2-2. Bounces in. It's that curveball again for Medina. Again, since this is only our first look at him, I'm not sure if this has been the case all season, but it's just not working today. It runs the count full. Every full count that Medina has reached today, he's walked the batter. 4 times overall, twice this inning. The 3-2. Line drive right field, foul. Just up the line, and it touches down late. I'm not entirely too sure Connor Norby had taken off when that pitch came home. Not that it matters. The ball came down foul, but full count and 2 outs. You want to get the head start. Get that early jump and take away all doubt. Another 3-2. Here's a foul off of Prieto's foot this time. Runners took off easily that time. They're not being held on, of course, now with a full count. But we'll do it once more. This will be the 11th pitch. Now, Cesar Prieto had a similar plate appearance back in Harrisburg in the 10th inning of a scoreless game, and he eventually singled. It was just a heck of a PA. Getting flashes of it here. You want to see it again. First and second, 2 away. The payoff. Fouled off, back to the screen. Well, when Prieto had that at-bat against Harrisburg, it reached 13 pitches. have just been getting constant fastballs as well. Medina sets. Another payoff. Grounded foul, first base side. He went after the changeup down and inside, and Prieto just got a handle on it. The fans in the stadium feeling just as much tension now as this plate appearance continues to progress. It'll be pitch number 13. Medina at the waist. Another 3-2. Prieto grounds it hard to first. It's through the gap into right field. A base hit. Norby rounds home and scores. The Baysox lead 2-0 as Prieto wins the laborious battle. A staggering single here in the fifth. Wow. That was a deflating finish for the starter Medina, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's done. And there it is. Fiorito is out of the dugout, and Medina's out. Cesar Prieto, a big league at-bat for the left-hander. And the Baysox knock the starter out with 2 outs in the fourth. We'll step aside, be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We're back to TD Bank Ballpark here in Bridgewater as the Baysox have knocked out today's starter Luis Medina in the fifth following a tense, gut-wrenching, and eventually thrilling plate appearance by Cesar Prieto. I was struggling to find the words for it for so long because it was just so incredible. 13 pitches, 5 of them on a full count, for Cesar Prieto to eventually collect a 2-out RBI single and knock Medina out of the game as a potential losing pitcher. The line on Medina is not final. Runners at first and third belong to him. But at the moment, it looks like this. 4 2/3 innings for Medina, 4 hits and 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 4 and walked 4. Didn't allow any home runs. He makes way for left-hander Matt Minnick, making his first appearance of this series. Joey Ortiz will step into the box with first and third and 2 gone. 1 for 2 day for Ortiz. Lefty Minnick sets third base side of the rubber and fires the first pitch into Ortiz, who pops it foul right side out of play. Matt Minnick for Somerset is a 6'2", 210-pound left-hander, native of Buffalo. 23rd round draft selection in 2019. On the season, he's made 17 appearances, gone 3-2 with a 3.41 ERA. 29 innings, 32 strikeouts, 15 walks. He holds the stare at runner at first and kicks to fire a pickoff throw. It was actually a bit high. Mickey Gasper had to hop to catch it. That'd be embarrassing with a runner at third if a left-hander throws away a pickoff throw. But we're saved of the embarrassment here, and we wait on the 0-1 to Joey Ortiz. Here it is. Popped up, shallow center. Rosario running down. The right fielder, Perkins, nearly comes toward him, but Rosario makes the call and makes the catch. So Minnick out of the bullpen, retires the only batter he needs to face, and ends the fifth. Halfway home here in Bridgewater, Bowie leads 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball. Make sure you've got your Jedi cloaks ready on Saturday, July 16th for Star Wars Saturday at Prince George's Stadium. Meet dozens of Star Wars characters out at the ballpark, take part in interactive exhibits and lightsaber battles, and you can bid on specialty game-worn jerseys by the Baysox players at the game. It's all sponsored by Taco Bell, and it comes your way on Saturday, July 16th. So get your tickets now for Star Wars Saturday at the ballpark by heading to Baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to Baysox.com.
Bottom of the 5th in Somerset as Bowie leads 2-0. Garrett Stallings back to work on the mound for the Baysox, and the first pitch he fires home to the switch hitter Blake Perkins misses down a fastball. It's 1-0. Perkins, Mickey Gasper, and Chad Bell due up in this half inning for the Patriots. Perkins 0 for 1 on the day. Next pitch called a strike on a fastball lower outside corner. It's 1-1. Perkins lined out to left field his first time up, and you really hope that Stallings isn't affected by that lengthy 5th inning for Bowie. The 1-1 pitch, a curveball lifted out toward the left field corner. This one hanging for a long run from Cespedes toward foul ground, and he can't close the gap. It falls in foul, and it's 1-2. Stallings had to sit through what was eventually just 1 run for the Baysox, but it involved 3 different full counts, 2 walks, 2 singles, one of the singles coming on the end of a 13-pitch at-bat between Cesar Prieto and Luis Medina. Eventually a pitching change after the single by Prieto led to Matt Minnick. As the 1-2 pitch comes in, and it bounces in, curveball runs the count to 2-0 on Perkins. It was 32 pitches for the first 2 innings from Stallings. He allowed leadoff singles in both frames, the 3rd and the 4th. Stranded both runners, of course, as Bowie leads 2-0. The 2-2. Fastball down and inside, and the count runs full. Second full count that Stallings has worked today. Both of them came in the 3rd inning. Make that the 3rd full count. The 3-2 is grounded to the right side and through a base hit. They were not playing the switch hitter Perkins to pull. And for the 3rd consecutive inning, Somerset leads off with a single. I suppose if you're Garrett Stallings, though, while you are giving up the contact, now you're still only facing 4 batters in each inning. Drew Rahm had a start last week where he tossed 6 innings and faced exactly 4 batters in every single inning. Just a mix of walks and singles, 1 in each frame. And he still pitched scoreless. First pitch to Mickey Gasper. Misses down. And the count starts out at 1-0. Gasper 1 for 1. Singled to right field in the 3rd inning. He was the first batter that Stallings faced. Perkins has attempted 17 steals this season. He's only been caught twice. Next pitch. Fastball called for strike on the inner half. It runs the count even at 1. Gasper stole second back in the 3rd. It was only his 2nd attempt of the year. And he moved to 3rd on an error by Maverick Handley. And as a switch hitter batting lefty in the box, you have to imagine Perkins tries for a stolen base here. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball in there for a called strike inside half. And the count runs to 1-2. Somerset has really been trying all of their stolen bases either on the first pitch or on a critical 2-strike pitch, it seemed, this series. So we'll see. We get a pickoff throw on the secondary lead, but back in time. Perkins didn't get that big of a secondary lead. And when Stallings was turning to throw it, Perkins was actually coming down from that initial hop, so he had the proper momentum to pivot and slide back into first. He goes. The 1-2 is down and in for a ball, and there's no throw. It was too far inside toward the ankles of the batter. Hanley had to move too much and didn't want to risk it. Perkins picks up his 16th stolen base of the season. Hanley allows his second today. So now runner at second, still no one out. And a 2-2 count on Gasper. The pitch. Lifted foul, left side, out of play. Count remains even at 2. At this point, since about the third inning, top of the third, we're in the bottom of the fifth now. Since the top of the third, Somerset's front office staff has just been standing by the tarp. There was a light drizzle in the third, and that's been it. And they've still been standing there this whole time. I'm not sure what they're expecting. Another 2-2 to Gasper. Grounded foul. He was ahead on the curveball. Count remains. And it does look like another small cell might hit us, but it doesn't look like it's going to be heavy enough or sticking around long enough to warrant a tarp pull. Another 2-2 to Gasper. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Curveball on the inside half. Gasper might have gotten a piece, but Maverick Hanley held on. Third strikeout for Garrett Stallings. 4th overall for Baysox pitching. And there's one away here in the 5th.
Third baseman number 23, Chad Bell.
And now Chad Bell. First pitch to the left-hander is grounded over to the right side, right at Connor Norby. Runner will advance to third, but Norby has a very easy time sidearming it to Mundy at first base. 4-3 put out, now 2 away. And Somerset needs to rely on the base hit to try and drive in a run as Max Burt steps in. Well, you want to go quickly on Burt. You don't want to deal with Anthony Volpe. Burt struck out swinging in the third inning against Stallings in a full count. Here's the first pitch. Grounded foul, third base side. He was ahead on the curveball. 0-1. Burt is batting under 100 this season with runners in scoring position. Granted, he's batting under 200 overall in the year, but you know me, I like my numbers. Stallings fires the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Way too far ahead of the curveball that time. Burt couldn't even get a sniff of it. Count runs to 0-2. We have had plenty of heavy cloud coverage all evening, and now, after I had just finally brought attention to it one final time, the Somerset staff has cleared from the tarp. We should be good to go the rest of the night. The 0-2 to Burt. Curveball away. Stallings couldn't get him on the third try. Runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. But yeah, the clouds above haven't looked, welcoming in any capacity, but you watch the radar simply, and the way technology is, it can tell you if it's going to rain or not. It's usually pretty dang reliable. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball grounded to third, picked on 2 hops by Prieto. He thought he had to go to second, but there was no one there. There's not even a runner going there. He zips it to first and ends the inning. So for the third consecutive frame, the Patriots get a leadoff base hit, and for the third consecutive frame, Garrett Stallings strands the runner. On to the 6th here in Bridgewater. Bowie leads 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Still 3 more fireworks shows in the month of July on Saturday the 16th, Friday the 29th, and Saturday the 30th. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Hey, don't forget about Grateful Dead Night coming up to the ballpark. Friday, August 26th. There's a lot going on, not to mention Friday night fireworks, part of back-to-back fireworks at Prince George's Stadium on Friday and Saturday that week, but also a Grateful Dead t-shirt package. You can pre-order the special package to pick up an exclusive Grateful Dead Baysox-themed t-shirt and a ticket to the game. Head to BaysoxShop.com for details on the package. 6th inning as Bowie leads 2-0. Matt Sabat is still with you. First pitch home to Hudson Haskin is a fastball called for strike on the bottom edge of the zone. 0-1. Matt Minnick is back on the mound for Somerset. The reliever back out for his first full inning of relief. Next pitch home, and Haskin watches breaking ball, still called for strike, this time on the top half. It's 0-2. Haskin, Handley, Mundy, 5, 6, and 7 in the Baysox lineup to bat in this frame. Hudson had a single up the middle in the second inning, one of 4 hits for Bowie. They've all been singles. Next pitch, he singles here to right center field. A floating line drive will head toward the gap, and Haskin's thinking too. It's picked up and right by Perkins, sent back to the infield, but offline. Haskin slides under the tag, and he picks up his 17th double of the season. You got to gamble sometimes to come out ahead, and Haskin did just that. Bowie leads off with a runner in scoring position here in the 6th. He's got the wheels for it, and he realized where it was in the gap, really neither outfielder could square it up properly to get a clean on-line throw. And it paid off. So now here's Maverick Handley. First base plays in on the line to the right-hander. He's drawn 2 walks today. First pitch, he squares, pulls back on a fastball high, and it's 1-0 to start. 4 walks for the Baysox today, 2 of them by Handley. He's had good plate discipline all season, only 32 strikeouts now to 22 walks. That's what you get from catchers. Here's the 1-0. He doesn't square and watches a curveball that he probably could have squared on. It's called for strike at the letters. Me to the plate. Runs the count even at a ball and a strike. Next pitch, Handley lifts it foul, right side. Fly ball runs the count to 1-2. This is Handley's first multi-walk game in about a month. June 12th was his last. But he's behind a ball and 2 strikes here. Runner at second, nobody out. Bowie ahead 2-0. Minnick sets. And time is called. He steps off the back of the rubber as well. Here's the 1-2. Handley grounds it slowly to short, will not advance the runner. It's picked up by Volpe, a double clutch with time to spare. He gets it to first base, and there's one gone. just hit enough in front of Haskin that he didn't really have any opportunity. Then now with one away, here's J.D. Mundy. So Minnick does have a very small connection to a Baysox player from earlier in this season. It's a shame that player isn't here right now. He's up in Norfolk. First pitch to J.D. Mundy is a breaking ball that bounces in. Count starts out at 1-0. Minnick, while he is from Buffalo, pitched at Mercyhurst University in Erie, Pennsylvania. I don't believe Somerset has visited Erie yet this season, but Chris Valamont, who made 3 starts for the Baysox after being claimed off waivers from the Twins, is from Erie and also pitched at Mercyhurst in the same time frame. 1-0 pitch to Mundy, misses away. Fastball runs the count to 2-0. I think Valamont might have been a year ahead of Minnick. But I'm always going to laugh at the way Valamont's rise through the Orioles system robbed him of an opportunity to start in his hometown. The 2-0 pitch. Mundy watches it bounce in, and it skips off of Wells. Haskin thought about third, but retreats. It only took a slow bounce away and stayed mostly in the batting circle. And the count runs to 3-0 anyway, so Haskin didn't want to risk anything. Could have been an opportunity, though, because since Mundy's a left-hander in the box, Wells would have had to move around him to throw the ball. But you can second-guess things all day. Chris Valamont, finishing that story, had made one final start for the Baysox the day before they hit the road to begin a 6-game series with Erie. And the day they left, he found out he was going to AAA. Here's the 3-0 to Mundy. Grounded foul. First base side, a hard couple of bounces before it's picked up in the seats. Count runs to 3-1. 0 for 1 day for Mundy. He struck out swinging in the 4th, a sacrifice fly in the 2nd as Bowie leads 2-0 here in the 6th. Yeah, so Valamont actually rode the bus up with Bowie, knowing the entire time he was going to be flying to AAA Norfolk. They were actually in Pennsylvania at the time themselves. But he rode the bus up to see his family, get some belongings and his car. The 3-1 pitch, Mundy pops it up to left. Dunham has to run down a long way for it. It's the shortstop Volpe who sprints out and makes the catch over the shoulder. The wind might have played a bit of an effect on that one. Maybe Dunham didn't see it as quickly as he would have liked, but Volpe at least got a read on it. And Mundy almost picked up a no-man's land single. Buddy pops out to short, and now here's Christopher Cespedes with runner still at second, now 2 away. First pitch into the right-hander, called a strike. Cespedes thought that would have been the slider, but it was the changeup, hit the meat of the zone. Count opens up at 0-1. It's an 0 for 1 day for Cespedes. He hit into a double play that ended the 2nd inning. He walked in the 5th and got thrown out trying to score from second base on a single by Colton Cowser. 0-1, fouled off behind the screen, and the count already to 0-2. So big chance for Minnick here, as the leadoff double is still stuck at second base. Don't want this to be a momentum changer for Bowie, as they've kind of been riding the line with this shutout. Plenty of base runners for Somerset. Here's the 0-2. Floated out toward left center field. Dunham running in on it and makes the catch. So the Baysox get a leadoff double from Hudson Haskin, and they leave him at second base. We're on to the bottom of the 6th. Bowie leads 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Bottom of the sixth inning here in Bridgewater as Bowie still maintains a 2-0 lead. Garrett Stallings continues on the mound for his long relief, his fourth inning of relief work. Antonio Velez, in his first start back from that lengthy IL stint, tossed 2 perfect innings. Stallings has worked 3 scoreless, and he faces the top of the Somerset lineup with Anthony Volpe. First pitch, a curveball. Call it for strike 1 at the knees. 0-1 to start. Now 51 pitches for Stallings after that delivery. He's not thrown more than 19 in any individual inning. As he fires the 0-1 to Volpe, and it's grounded toward the middle, but picked up on the run by the shortstop Ortiz. Double clutches and rips it to first base in time. 6-3 putout, and there's 1 away. So that is the first time today for Stallings that the leadoff batter has not singled. Third, fourth, and fifth innings, all 3 leadoff batters single. 2 to right, 1 to center. 2 of them got to third base, and Stallings stranded every single one of them. And the only base runners he's allowed today. The only base runners that Somerset has gotten today. Here's Elijah Dunham. First pitch grounded right back to Stallings. 1 bounce, and it's in his mitt at the knee. He takes a long trot over to first to ensure the underhand gets to J.D. Mundy cleanly, and a 1-3 putout is the quick second out here in the 6th. Well, Bowie had one of those yesterday, and it just kind of highlighted the frustration that they were dealing with. Joey Ortiz leading off the second inning, just hit it right back to Will Warren. Helped Warren en route to a 7-inning scoreless performance. First pitch into Austin Wells is called a strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. Left-hander Wells is 0 for 2 on the day, 0 for 11 in his AA career so far to this point. The 0-1 pitch is spoiled foul left side, and it's 0-2. Well, Bowie doesn't have anyone warming in the bullpen. They don't need to right now, as Stallings is at 55 pitches. In his previous outing, he tossed 71 in long relief, so he can easily go for a 5th. The 0-2, curveball misses high. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Of course, it just all depends on how the rest of the innings go for Stallings, but right now he's working clean. You want to see it continue. As the rain has started to trickle down again, the 1-2 is grounded up the middle, a base hit. Wells finally reaches base for the first time in his AA career after 11 at-bats. He finds his way with a single to center with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. 4th hit for Somerset today. They have all been singles and all against Stallings. They've all been isolated. Have not had multiple hits or multiple base runners in an inning. This rain that's falling right now is a little bit more steady than what we had back in the 3rd inning. This could lead to a delay. First pitch to Brandon Lockridge is called a strike on a breaking ball upper inside corner, 0-1. But of course, umpires will almost never call for a tarp after a half inning has started. They don't want to stop things that are in the midst of progressing. The 0-1 pitch to Lockridge, curveball. He tried to pull back on a half swing, Lockridge, but couldn't. He went around. The home plate umpire rung him up on it. And the count quickly to 0-2. Stallings is working ahead fast in this inning. Just needs the put-down pitch right now. Runner at first, 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. Bowie ahead 2-0. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pumped a fastball inside, a 3-pitch punch-out to strand the runner at first. 4th strikeout of the day for Stallings. 7th inning coming up here in Somerset. We'll see if we get a tarp soon. If not, well, we'll just get more baseball. Nothing wrong with that. Bowie leads 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Well, it's the most special day of the year at Prince George's Stadium, and it comes your way Friday, July 29th. It's the 23rd Navy Night, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Join the United States Naval Academy class of 2026 and take in the Baysox as they face off against the Altoona Curve. It all comes your way on Friday, July 29th, and first pitch is scheduled for 7:05 with some fantastic post-game fireworks. The 23rd Annual Navy Night at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Well, Fans on the Green Ink is celebrating 25 years of providing custom lawn care and pest control programs, and they're a proud sponsor of the Baysox. Enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Ink by going to onthegreenink.com or calling 410-695-0444. Back to Bridgewater as Bowie leads 2-0 over Somerset. On to the 7th inning with 9-1 and 2 due up for the Baysox offense. First pitch home to Zach Watson is inside a fastball. Count starts out at 1-0. Well, the rain that had come down a little bit in the last half inning scurried a few more fans back up into the concourse that had already come back down and resettled into their seats, has lightened up again. Next pitch to Watson is fouled off left side. A grounder runs the count even at a ball and a strike. Now it's really just a light drizzle. A misting at best. And there's no tarp team standing at the ready as there was for about 2.5 innings earlier in this game. The 1-1 pitch to Watson, grounded up the third baseline, but this time still foul. He got it closer, but still by about 2 feet. Runs the count to 1-2. Watson, Connor Norby, and then Colton Cowser due up here in the 7th as Bowie leads 2-0. Matt Minnick continues to relieve. Fired a scoreless 6 after giving up a leadoff double. Worked a fly out with 2 outs in the 5th coming out of the pen. The 1-2 pitch to Watson. Grounded fair this time to third. Running in on it, Bell. Scoops it at the side and throws to first. Before it hits the dirt, Mickey Gasper digs it out. I'm not sure Bell needed to play it that way, but he got it there anyway. 5-3 putout. And now here's Connor Norby as the lineup turns back around. Oh for 2 day for Norby, but a walk and a run scored. As the first pitch comes in, and the right-hander watches curveball miss above the letters. Count starts out at 1-0. Norby finally saw his 10-game hit streak come to a close yesterday. He went 0 for 4, but reached safely on an error, and now time is called. Something has found its way onto the field on the warning track right side. I think a young fan had a beach ball. And one of the clubhouse managers for Somerset went and grabbed it, has brought it into the dugout. Here's the 1-0. Check swing and a breaking pitch down. Count goes to 2-0. Well, the way that this game has been trending, this is the Bowie team that showed so much promise in the first half, but just didn't have the pieces falling into place at the right time. Now they are again. The 2-0 pitch. Norby watches a called strike. Fastball hits the outside edge of the zone. Count runs to 2-1. Because when they've been getting multiple base runners on, they're making the most of the opportunities, making at least something happen. The next pitch to Norby is fouled off third base side. Count runs even at 2. And the pitching staff is not crumpling.
Granted, there have been plenty of opportunities where the pitching staff has shined this season. But it's just always good to see them put up zeros like this. The 2-2 to Norby. Swing and just a piece. He got the edge of the bat on it, and it rolled softly between the legs of the catcher, Austin Wells. Count remains even at 2. And it's going to be necessary for the Baysox because the competition is staying pretty hot in the Southwest Division in the Eastern League right now. We can look at some of the scoreboards in a second as we wait on the 2-2 to Norby. Here it is. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. He's down. First strikeout for Matt Minnick, 5th overall for Somerset pitching. And now here's Colton Kauser with bases empty and 2 gone. It was a doubleheader between Akron and Altoona that has already wrapped up. Akron took game 1 thanks to a 5-run 4th 8-3, but Altoona broke a 5-5 tie in the top of the 8th, extra innings in game 2 to pick up the 6-5 win. First pitch in to Colton Kauser is a fastball called for strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. So with that split doubleheader, Altoona now at the end of the day is 7-3. That is the best the Baysox can finish tonight, 7-3. The 0-1 swung on and missed down and inside. It's 0-2. So Bowie can't take sole possession of first no matter what. And meanwhile, the Erie Seawolves currently lead Harrisburg 5-1. So if Erie holds on to that win, they'd be 8-2, and the Baysox would be tied for second if they win today. The 0-2, a check swing. Looks to be Kauser, got a piece of it off of the knob of his bat. As it rolls over to the Baysox dugout, count remains at 0-2. 1 for 3 day for Kauser. He's singled to left field in the 5th. He's grounded out twice. They put the shift on for him. As the 0-2 comes home, and it's hit to the other way again, but picked it short by Anthony Volpe on 2 bounces. From a knee, he uprights and fires it to first in time. 3 up, 3 down inning for Matt Minnick, and as we stretch here at TD Bank Ballpark, Bowie leads 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
We're on to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Bridgewater as Bowie still leads 2-0. Garrett Stallings is back to work in relief for the Baysox. What will most likely be his final full inning of relief. He's tossed 4 scoreless following Antonio Velez. First pitch to Jason Rosario is a curveball, misses just wide, and the count starts out at 1-0. 5, 6, and 7 in the Somerset lineup, starting with Rosario, then the switch hitter Blake Perkins and the switch hitter Mickey Gasper. 1-0 pitch, the curveball is smashed out to right, but right to Zach Watson. He steps back probably about 2-3 feet and makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So back-to-back innings now for Stallings, retiring the leadoff batter. After his first 3 innings of relief, he allowed leadoff base hits. He did give up a single in the 6th inning with 2 outs, but only needed 10 pitches for a scoreless frame. And now Perkins digs in. He had a leadoff single against Stallings in the 5th. First pitch in. Switch hitter batting left. Watches called strike. Fastball opens the count up at 0-1. Perkins also stole second base and moved to third in that inning. Somerset has had 2 runners reach third base. Next pitch. Floated out to shallow left. Cespedes sprinting, still going, and he closes the gap. Makes the catch, forehead high, 4 pitches, and there's 2 outs for Stallings. Heck, at this rate, he could probably go on to the 8th. But with the innings limits that Baltimore has almost assuredly placed on some of their pitchers, I imagine they don't send him out for a 6th inning of relief. But just in terms of the pitch count, he's doing fine. First pitch to Gasper is a fastball called for strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Gasper was the first batter that Stallings faced. He singled to right field in the 3rd inning, stole second and moved to third on an error by the catcher. But he got left there. Back-to-back strikeouts and a line-out to follow. Stallings, a deep, heavy breath, steps back and fires the 0-1. It bounces in. Count goes to a ball and a strike. That brief rain that had passed over for only about 5 minutes and downgraded itself to a mist has now all evaporated. And we're back to clear as the 1-1 comes in. It's a fastball, dots the upper half of the zone at the letters, a called strike. It's 1-2. Shift on for Gasper, 42% pull rate. As Stallings faces the third base line, kicks and fires the 1-2. It's just under the knees. Curveball runs the count even. Well, it's good for Stallings right now to be maintaining the posture of mixing with the timing. You want to keep that going with runners on base. As the 2-2 is called strike 3. Got a curveball on the inside half. Stallings logs his first perfect frame and his 5th scoreless frame. We're on to the 8th here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater. Bowie leads 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Eighth inning here in Bridgewater. It's a 2-0 Bowie lead, and the Somerset Patriots will dip into their bullpen for the second time tonight. Matt Sabatis with you as Carson Coleman takes over on the mound for Somerset. Right-hander faces off against 3, 4, and 5 in the Baysox lineup, starting with lefty Cesar Prieto. Matt Minnick is done. Strong relief outing for the left-hander. He tossed 2 1/3. Didn't give up a run. Just 1 hit and a strikeout. That was it. Losing pitcher at the moment still Luis Medina. 4 2/3 innings with 2 runs for the starter. As Coleman takes over, 6'2", 190-pound right-hander from Lexington, Kentucky. Fires the first to Prieto. He squares to bunt, tried to run it up the line, but pulls back on a fastball down and in. Got out of the way for a 1-0 start. Third base plays in front of the baseline now. As the 1-0 comes home, he doesn't square. Called a strike at the letters, and it's 1-1. Colson signed as a minor league free agent back in 2020. Started the season in high A and pitched great. Next pitch swung on and missed. High fastball. It's 1-2. He opened the season with 18 consecutive scoreless innings. Entered his promotion in mid-May. Well earned. As he fires the quick 1-2 to Prieto. It misses inside a fastball. Runs the count even at 2. On the season with Somerset, Coleman has made 13 appearances, gone 0-1 with a 2.29 ERA, 19 2/3 innings, 32 strikeouts. The 2-2. Fastball misses inside again at 100 miles an hour, and it runs the count full. I can see why he's picking up these strikeouts and giving up a home run. The payoff to Prieto is swung on and missed for strike 3, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball inside. First strikeout for Coleman as he starts his relief appearance, 6th overall for Somerset pitching. And now Joey Ortiz on a 1-for-3 day. 2 different pitchers for Somerset today coming in hitting triple digits. There's just something about the Yankees, man. They find them, they develop them. First pitch to Ortiz. Went with the high fastball, but it comes up too high. 1-0 to start. Ortiz had a swinging bunt single in the second inning to open the frame. The 1-0 is grounded foul, third base side. Count evens at 1. That was a critical hit for Bowie because Ortiz moved to second on another single, then to third on a walk, and scored on a sacrifice fly. At the moment, that is still the deciding run in this game. Bowie leads 2-0. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away. The count goes to 2-0. Bowie has been a good team with pitchers like this, I feel. The flamethrowers whose breaking pitches don't necessarily hit the zone too often. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses away, and the count goes to 3-1 on Ortiz. Because that's where a lot of flamethrowers might peter out. If their control is a little bit wild on their fastball, the 3-1 pitch is a cracked bat bouncer over to second, taken on one hap by Max Burt, and he gets it to first base. Yeah, that bat is now at a, let's say, 10-degree angle for Ortiz. And he'll have to get a new piece of lumber the next time he steps up, but a 4-3 putout, and there's 2 away. But that is one of the biggest jumps for pitchers like this. You could tell it was happening with Medina, and it's happening a little bit here with Coleman. As both batters he's faced, he's working to work to a 3-ball count. Here's Hudson Haskin. First pitch is a high fastball at 95. It's 1-0. Because just because you can get triple digits, it doesn't mean anything if you're not throwing them for strikes. And if your breaking stuff is too wild to avoid swings and misses, then what's the point? Next pitch is a high fastball that Haskin whiffs on. Count runs even at 1. It's a 2-for-3 day for Haskin. He doubled to open up the 6th inning, but got left at second base. A ground out, a pop out, and a fly out ended the hope for Bowie there, but they still lead 2-0 here in the 8th. The 1-1 pitch. Haskin fouls it off behind the screen, and the count goes to 1-2. Well, the question I was posing in the last half inning seems to be answered. There's no one in the Bowie bullpen. Garrett Stallings will come out for a 6th inning of relief after tossing 5 scoreless so far. The 1-2. Haskin watches the curveball miss wide, and it runs the count to 2-1. Bases empty, 2 away. Bowie ahead by 2. Here's the 2-2. Popped up, right side, foul ground. Gasper sees it, just to the right side of the bag. He makes the catch. So the Baysox go down in order against the flamethrower Coleman. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th, Bowie leads 2-0. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark.
The group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning here in Bridgewater. Bowie still leading 2-0 as Garrett Stallings is back to work on what's been a gem of a relief day. 5 scoreless innings, 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, no walks. He faces 8-9-1 in the Somerset lineup. And the first pitch home to Chad Bell is a fastball, misses away, and it's 1-0 to start. After Bell, it's Max Burt, and then back to the top with Anthony Volpe as Bowie has a right-hander in the pen, the 1-0. Breaking ball misses away, and the count goes to 2-0. It was a 9-pitch 7th for Stallings. Fly out, strikeout. But he didn't work to a 2-ball count until the third batter. 2-0 pitch here is ripped foul, first base side. Count goes to 2-1. Bell is 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out swinging against Stallings in the third. Grounded out to second on the first pitch he saw in the 5th. They do have the shift on for him, but Bell has been one of the best spray hitters in this lineup. He's the only one that pulls it less than a third of the time. The 2-1 pitch. Bell watches curveball miss up and away, and the count goes to 3-1. This is the first 3-ball count that Stallings has worked to since Blake Perkins led off the 5th inning. The 3-1 here is called strike at the letters. Bell had heel turn to start a trot up to first, but didn't actually take a step. Count runs full. It's Sheldon Perkins in the bullpen for Bowie. With bases empty, nobody out here in the 8th. The 3-2 pitch. Curveball in there for strike 3. Hung it up, and Bell is not happy. He didn't direct his anger at the umpire. He was practically screaming at the fans, but more so into the void as Stallings picks up his 6th strikeout.
Second baseman number 20, Max Burt.
Well, that previous pitch really helped Stallings with the curveball, helped him understand where the top of the zone was, and he used it. Here's Max Burt, first pitch, called a strike at the knees. Breaking ball starts the count out at 0-1. Stallings up to 6 strikeouts, 7 overall for Baysox pitching tonight. As he fires the next pitch, and it's bounced right to short, taken on one hop by Joey Ortiz, sent to first, a little bit offline, but a great stretch by J.D. Mundy. He picks it up out toward right field, and it's a 6-3 putout for the second out of the 8th. Well, if Bowie holds on, there's no doubt that Garrett Stallings is going to be the winning pitcher when the starting pitcher does not complete 5 innings, and the team leads the entire time, which Bowie has in this case. It's an official scorer's discretion on the reliever that pitched most effectively, and I think Stallings has been the most efficient reliever since he's been the only reliever. Here's Anthony Volpe. First pitch is a curveball, misses down. Count starts out at 1-0. Volpe 0 for 3 on the day. 2 ground outs and a line out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike, upper outside corner as the count runs even at 1. The line out for Volpe was one of the closest opportunities that Somerset has had to scoring today. As the 1-1 comes in, and it's a high fastball. Run the count to 2-1. He had lifted it out toward shallow left, and Christopher Cespedes had to slide in to keep it from hitting the earth. It stranded a runner at third and ended the inning. Bowie was only up by 1 at that point. They've added an insurance run and lead 2-0. The 2-1 to Volpe. Fastball called a strike in the upper outside corner. Run the count even at 2. Well, Perkins hasn't even really been tossing in the bullpen because Stallings hasn't been laboring at all in this inning. He's just standing there ready to toss if called upon. The 2-2 to Volpe. Check swing, curveball away, and the count runs full. Second full count of the inning for Stallings. Fourth on the day, make it the fifth. The payoff to Volpe. Just pieced foul, back to the screen. He got a slim bit of that changeup high. Volpe had a full count back in the third when he lined out to left field. Stallings looks for his second consecutive perfect inning. He's retired 6 straight. The 3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Stallings strikes out his 7th, and a perfect 8th keeps it 2-0. We're on to the 9th here at TD Bank Ballpark as Stallings has spun a gem. Bowie leads 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball. Well, it's a busy day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 17th. Princesses and Pirates Day at the ballpark. Don your shiny, fanciest slippers or your peg leg and your eye patch as Prince George's Stadium transforms into a fun fairy tale castle and a swashbuckling ballpark. It's also Louie's birthday bash. Many of Louie's mascot friends will be on hand to celebrate what should be just a fantastic day at Prince George's Stadium. That's Sunday, July 17th, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Ninth inning here in Bridgewater. Bowie hoping to add on some insurance as they lead 2-0. Carson Coleman will continue on the mound in relief as Maverick Hanley will start at the plate. 6, 7, and 8 in the Baysox lineup. Hanley, Mundy, Cespedes. 0 for 1 day for Hanley. He grounded out to shortstop his last time up, has drawn 2 walks, and the first pitch he sees is fouled off in on the hands, back to the screen. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-1. Always a pleasure to have you join us at the ballpark each night. This has been a fun one. Bowie leads 2-0. 5 hits for the Baysox, 4 for Somerset. As the 0-1 comes in from Coleman, and it's a breaking ball that misses away. Bounces to the screen, and it runs the count even at 1. 6 scoreless innings of relief for Garrett Stallings. And he's most likely done. Shelton Perkins is getting loose in the bullpen to try for a save. Next pitch into Hanley is swung on and missed inside. The count to 1-2. And an update on some of our old friends after Gunnar Henderson was named to the SiriusXM All-Star Futures game in Los Angeles later this month. The 1-2 pitch. Hanley watches it wide, a fastball, runs the count even at 2. Jordan Westberg making a case for why he probably should have gotten picked. 104-mile-an-hour home run for Norfolk as they visit Jacksonville down in Florida. His 16th long ball of the season. The 2-2 pitch. Grounded to third, a slow roller in on the hands, picked on the run by Chad Bell, and from the baseline he fires to first, and it's not in time! How about the hustle from Maverick Hanley? He bumps his hit streak up to 4 consecutive games now with a 9th inning single, beating out the throw by Bell. It's the first base hit for Bowie since Hudson Haskin led off the 6th with a double. So you want to make sure that you make the most of it now. As J.D. Mundy digs in on an 0 for 2 day, but with an RBI. First pitch into the left-hander is the fastball. Called for strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. And this is where Bowie could make something against Coleman. Much like Luis Medina, while he does have a blazing fastball, his secondary offerings haven't really found the zone and have actually skipped past the catcher a couple of times already. The 0-1 is fouled off into the mid of the catcher. Mundy just got a sliver of a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-2. But to gain some of that control, Coleman is dropping some ticks off of the velo. He was hitting 100 a couple of times in the 8th inning, his first inning of relief. But he has only hit 95 here against Mundy. The 0-2 pitch misses down and inside, still on the fastball at 95. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. Mundy's sacrifice fly is so far the game's winning RBI for Bowie as they lead 2-0 in the 9th. Pickoff throw to first, and really just a half-hearted toss that wasn't even on line. A little bit closer to home as Hanley trots back in safely. We wait on the 1-2 offering to Mundy. There goes Hanley, and it swung on and missed for strike 3. Throw to second is in time. A sliding play by Anthony Volpe, picking it in front of the bag and tagging Hanley across his body. That was a stupendous play by the shortstop. 2-6 caught stealing. Wells has caught both attempted steals against him this season, but Kyle Moore is going to argue the call. He's chatting with the third base umpire, Kellen Martin, at this point. As Mundy is retired, it's the second strikeout for Carson Coleman today. Of course, that out is recorded no matter what. But Hanley is going to be put out, and the argument falls on deaf ears. So it empties the bases for Christopher Cespedes. First pitch to Cespedes is called a strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Errant baseball just found its way out to second base. Where did that ball come from? Max Burr just had a baseball roll to him at second base. Where was that? The 0-1 pitch. Called a strike in the upper outside corner to Cespedes. It's 0-2. Where did that ball just come from? Time wasn't called, nothing. Burt just picked up a ball that was near him and threw it back to the dugout. I'm wholly confused. Base is empty, 2 away. The 0-2 pitch to Cespedes is swung on and missed. Way too far ahead of the changeup. Thought he was getting the heater. So after the leadoff single, Bowie only sends the minimum to the plate. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Bowie leads 2-0. Perkins tries for the save. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Well, we've been looking to watch a fun one today. Even with Bowie ahead, it's been back and forth in spirit as the Baysox maintain a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the 9th inning. Garrett Stallings is done on what was one of his best starts all year. Not a start, but 6 innings of long relief. You can pretty much call it a start. He's going to win this game if Bowie wraps it up now. 6 innings for Stallings, 4 hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts, no walks. Shelton Perkins comes on for the 9th to try and save this 2-0 game. He faces 2, 3, and 4 in the Somerset lineup, starting with the left-hander Elijah Dunham. First pitch home from Perkins. Dunham squares and bunts it up the third base line. It's rolling up the line. It's picked fair and thrown into right field by Hanley, but backed up. Hanley thought it was going to go foul, but when he realized it was running a little bit on the line, he had to barehand it. It's a leadoff infield bunt single by Elijah Dunham, and the tying run instantly at the plate now on Somerset's first hit since Austin Wells had a 2-out single in the 6th. Wells is the batter now. A 1-for-3 day. Got to tell you about Perkins. 5'10", 215-pound right-hander. 16th round pick in 2019 from James Madison. See if Dunham takes off. First pitch. Curveball finds its way into the zone for a called strike. Count starts out at 0-1. Perkins on the season for Bowie. 19 appearances. This is his 20th, leads the bullpen. 0-3 record, a 3.86 ERA. The 0-1 curveball again fouled off left side, and the count 0-2. 23 and a third innings for Perkins. 23 strikeouts, 17 walks. He's allowed just 1 home run. He leads the team in saves with 3. He's blown 2 of them. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pumped a high fastball. Wells is down on 3 offerings. First strikeout for Perkins in relief. 9th overall for Baysox pitching. And now here's Brandon Lockridge.
Designated hitter, number 10, Brandon Lockridge.
Lockridge had the solo home run that kicked off the 3-run rally in the 6th inning 2 nights ago. Took it from a Bowie 4-0 lead to a 4-3 lead. Here's the first pitch. Right-hander watches curveball miss up and inside. It's 1-0 to start. Lockridge is 0 for 3 on the day. He struck out swinging in the 6th. Perkins sets first base side of the rubber. The 1-0. Curveball, beauty, called for strike, top half, and it's 1-1. We'll see if Dunham takes off. As he's not a tying run, I can't imagine he does. They're more concerned about that tying run in any capacity. You don't want to run into an out. The 1-1. Curveball again, swung on and missed away, and it's 1-2. Perkins is coming off of back-to-back scoreless outings against Richmond, including a save at the start of this month. Came in for the 9th inning of the 4-2 win, as the next pitch is fouled off back behind the screen. Hits down just in front of the broadcast location, and the count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Perkins allowed only 1 hit in a scoreless 9th inning against Richmond, and it was a 2-out infield single. He worked 3 flyouts. He's got Lockridge behind 1-2. The pitch, check swing, change up away, and the count runs even. This is just about as tense of a game as Bowie has had in the last couple of weeks. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing, curveball down and away. They appeal. He didn't go. It runs full. Lockridge, an 0.45 average on full counts this season. Strikes out over a third of the time. Runner at first, 1 away. Pickoff throw to first, no tag. Dunham, I don't believe, has taken a secondary lead at all since leading off with that bunt single. As Perkins sets at the chin, drops to the waist. Dunham stays, the 3-2. Curveball low for ball 4, and Perkins can't believe it. The tying run is on base, and a potential winning run is up to bat on the first walk given up by a Baysox pitcher today. Jason Rosario is 0 for 3. He's hit into 4 double plays this season, but he's flown out twice and struck out today. Hasn't hit it on the ground. Secondary lead at second from Dunham. No throw. First pitch, a fastball misses down, and it's 1-0 to start. Well, you don't want Perkins to get rattled by missing that last curveball. He's seemingly been in command of those first 2 batters. You can kind of discount the bunt single. That was on the first pitch. Next pitch, grounded to first, and it's past Mundy. Into the corner for a run. Dunham rounds and scores. Lockridge stops at third. The tying run is at second. The tying run is at third. The winning run is at second on a 1-out RBI double by Jason Rosario. It was right at Mundy. And if he had just eaten it up on the gut, the run would not have scored. But Rosario picks up his 11th double of the season. The double play is off the table. And now here's Blake Perkins. Switch hitter in. First pitch to the lefty is a curveball. Called for strike on the inside. It's 0-1. The infield fully plays in with second and third, 1 away. The 0-1 pitch, curveball, fouled off left side. It's 0-2. Well, the Baysox have lost out on the opportunity of their 7th shutout victory this season. But meanwhile, they're now in danger of being served their 8th walk-off loss. They lead 2-1. The 0-2 pitch just missed outside. Went with the sinker. Runs it to a ball and 2 strikes. Perkins a 1 for 3 day. Single to right field to open up the 5th. He got to third and was left stranded. He's hit it to left field the 2 other times he was up. The 1-2 bounces in, kept in front by Handley. He lost it for a second, but it didn't even get out of the batter circle. Runs the count even at 2. Perkins started ahead 0-2. You don't want to run it full. He sets at the waist. The 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball right to short. They go home with it. It's up the line and it's off Handley's glove. The game is tied and here comes the winning run. Rosario scores and Somerset walks it off. Ortiz threw it wild. A 2-run error, and the Baysox lose 3-2. 2 outs away from a shutout. And Somerset walks it off. The 8th walk-off loss for the Baysox this season. Again, the final 3-2. We'll step aside, be back in a bit. Get your Baysox postgame in just a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org. Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
Well, I've talked about some deflating losses over the course of this series a couple of times. Bowie being shut out twice in the span of 3 games is very suffering, it's safe to say. But today, I feel hurts a little bit more if you're a Baysox fan, or at least just an Orioles fan, a fan of any of these players. As Bowie, 2 outs away from a shutout, are walked off for the 8th time this season, 3-2 here at TD Bank Ballpark. And now, at best, they can only manage a series split with Somerset. They'll need to win the weekend to try and get that. As we get rolling with Baysox postgame here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, Matt Sabatas with you. We'll recap the game that was, then look around the Eastern League, see how this loss is going to negatively affect the Baysox in the standings. So we go all the way back in time to the faraway land of 7:05 when first pitch came home from Luis Medina to Connor Norby. It was a bit high for a ball, but Norby would eventually run the count even at 2 before striking out swinging. And the Baysox would go down in order in the first inning. In the bottom of the first, Antonio Velez, making his first start back from about a month-long stint on the injured list, pitched well, 3 up, 3 down, and sent the game on into the second inning. That's where the Baysox got cooking. After a leadoff single by Joey Ortiz, a swinging infield bunt. Just got to first base, very easy. Hudson Haskin put him to second base with a single up the middle. Maverick Handley drew a walk to load the bases with nobody out, and that was enough for J.D. Mundy. First pitch home. Fastball driven out toward deep left. This might be able to score the run. Dunham ranging around on it, running in on it, makes the catch high. Tagging from third, Ortiz. He slides in as the throw is cut off. The Baysox take a 1-0 lead on a sacrifice fly by J.D. Mundy. There's 1 out now, but Mundy picks up his 28th RBI of the season. Baysox would have runners at first and second still with only 1 out, but Christopher Cespedes hit into a double play to end the inning. In the bottom of the second, though, Velez was just as sharp. 12 pitches for another perfect frame, and since it was his first start back in about a month, they would cap it for him there. It was a very short day, but an efficient day. 6 up, 6 down. The game moved into the top of the third. Bowie got a leadoff batter on base. Zach Watson was hit by a pitch, but left stranded. And in the bottom of the third, it was on to Garrett Stallings, coming in for his second long relief outing in well, it's been a week now after starting the season in the rotation. He gave up a leadoff single to Mickey Gasper. Gasper stole second and moved to third on an error, but back-to-back strikeouts kept him at third, and that set up a big opportunity. Anthony Volpe, he's been a devastating slugger this season, came up and served a line drive out to left. It was looking tough, but Bowie had the defense. The 3-2 pitch from Stallings. Curveball lifted out toward left field. Cespedes slides. Did he catch it? He did! Christopher Cespedes takes away an RBI hit from Anthony Volpe. A breathtaking play to keep Bowie ahead. It was still 1-0. That would have tied the game if it got down, so great for Cespedes on that. As the game moved into the fourth inning, it was another scoreless frame for Luis Medina, and in the bottom of the frame, another leadoff single was this time stranded at first base on 3 quick outs by Stallings. In the fifth, Christopher Cespedes led off by drawing a walk, moved to second on a wild pitch, and another walk put first and second aboard. Colton Cowser stepped up and got a soft single. Looked like it probably would have loaded the bases, but Bowie tried to gamble. It just came up short. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line drive, left field, base hit. Sliced it the other way as Cespedes gets the go sign. Dunham fires it home. It's a high looping throw, and it beats him by a mile. That was not a good wave in by Kyle Moore. Yeah, so Cespedes was thrown out by a long time, and Bowie looked to be in a bit of trouble now because there were 2 outs and still runners at first and second instead of 1 out and bases loaded. But Cesar Prieto was unfazed. He put together one of the best at-bats we've seen all season. A 2-2 count eventually ran full and extended past 12 pitches. He constantly fouled off fastballs in the zone while Luis Medina, the flamethrower, just tried to beat him with one. Prieto wouldn't be beat and eventually won the battle. Another 3-2. Prieto grounds it hard to first. It's through the gap into right field. A base hit. Norby rounds home and scores. The Baysox lead 2-0 as Prieto wins the laborious battle. A staggering single here in the fifth. Wow! Wow, indeed. That knocked Medina out of the game after just 4 2/3. Obviously, a 13-pitch plate appearance is going to ratchet up your pitch count, and that's exactly what happened. New pitcher Matt Minnick got a quick flyout, and the inning was over. In the bottom of the fifth, it was another scoreless frame for Stallings and another leadoff single that was stranded. Stallings picked up his third strikeout and sent the game into the sixth. Minnick gave up a leadoff double to Hudson Haskin, but Haskin was left stranded at second base. And in the bottom of the sixth, it was another scoreless frame for Stallings. Do you notice the trend that we're seeing with Stallings lately? Austin Wells got a 2-out single, his first double-A hit after starting 0 for 11, but he was left at first base. In the seventh, Minnick worked 3 up, 3 down, and Stallings did the same after the stretch. With a new pitcher on the mound, flamethrower Carson Coleman in the eighth, Bowie went down in order, and Stallings, well, he did the same. In the eighth, he struck out Anthony Volpe, a devastating pitch to polish off what should have been a winning effort. Stallings looks for his second consecutive perfect inning. He's retired 6 straight. The 3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Stallings strikes out his 7th, and a perfect 8th keeps it 2-0. So we went to the 9th. Coleman gave up a leadoff single to Maverick Handley, but Handley was thrown out trying to steal second base on a strike him out, throw him out double play that ended the frame. In the bottom of the 9th, Shelton Perkins came on to try and log the save, but a first pitch bunt single by Elijah Dunham spelled a little bit of doom early. Austin Wells struck out on 3 pitches, and Perkins was looking well. Brandon Lockridge took a 2-2 count full, and a curveball just below the knees put him on base to put first and second on, winning run to the plate on Jason Rosario. Rosario doubled to right field to drive in Dunham, break the shutout, and put the tying run at third, the winning run at second, when Blake Perkins, with the infield pinched in, bounced a ball to shortstop. The 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball right to short. They go home with it. It's up the line, and it's off Handley's glove. The game is tied, and here comes the winning run. Rosario scores, and Somerset walks it off. Ortiz threw it wild. A 2-run error, and the Baysox lose 3-2. Your final box score. Bowie scores 2 runs on 6 hits with 2 errors. They left on 6. Somerset scores 3 runs on 6 hits with no errors. They left on 5. Carson Coleman is the winning pitcher. He's 1-1 on the season. As Sheldon Perkins takes the loss, he falls to 0-4. He's now blown his 3rd save. Game was played in 2 hours and 27 minutes in front of a paid attendance at TD Bank Ballpark of 5,541. With the loss, Bowie falls to 33-46, a 2-game losing streak for the Baysox, as they're now 6-4 in the second half. With the win, the Patriots move to 49-30 on the year, a 2-game winning streak for the Patriots, as they're now 5-5 in the second half. 2 sides meet again tomorrow, of course, as the Baysox will try and break out of the brief 2-game skid. We'll set that game up for you in a bit, but for now we break. Check in on the scoreboards in just a little bit. Bowie falls tonight 3-2 in walk-off fashion. You're listening to Baysox Postgame.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We'll get your red capes ready and your iron suits too, because it's Superhero Day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 31st. You can meet your favorite costumed hero, and the first 750 fans ages 13 and up will pick up a Grayson Rodriguez Superman bobblehead for their own. Not only that, but it'll also be Heroes Day at the ballpark, honoring police, fire, and EMS with a Guns N' Hoses charity softball game. And the Baysox will wear custom Heroes jerseys, auctioned off post-game to benefit the Children's Cancer Foundation. Sunday, July 31st, so get your tickets at Baysox.com.
Everyone Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Back to TD Bank Ballpark one final time here on Baysox postgame as Bowie suffers their 8th walk-off loss of the season. 3-2 at the hands of Somerset. A 2-0 shutout with 1 out in the 9th eventually ends in the loss. As we look around the Eastern League, see how some of the other teams are squaring up with their finals. A doubleheader in Akron closed much earlier today. Altoona and Akron splitting the twin bill. The Rubber Ducks taking game 1, 8-3, a 5-run fourth doing the job there. And then Altoona taking into extras and breaking a 5-5 tie in the 8th to win 6-5. 2 other finals in the books in the Eastern League. In New Hampshire, cruising over Hartford today 6-2. And Richmond and Reading had to go into 10 innings before the Fightins came away with the win. 4-2, the final down at the Diamond. 2 scores still in action right now as Binghamton is on their last breath against Portland. They trail 7-4. It was a 4-0 lead into the 8th inning, but Binghamton blew it. 5 runs in the 8th for Portland and 2 more in the 9th as Portland has a chance to pick up the win. And Erie leads Harrisburg 6-3. So around the Eastern League with that, the best that the Baysox can hope for right now is 3rd place in the Southwest Division, as Erie will be ahead of them and Altoona will still be ahead of them. On the Orioles organizational side of things, the rest of the org is still in action. Delmarva just closing out a 5-run 7th inning to jump ahead from a 3-2 deficit to a 7-3 lead. That should be a big boost for the Shorebirds right now. They could use that. Norfolk using a home run by Jordan Westberg in the 3rd inning, his 16th of the season, to take a 3-1 lead over the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. They're in the 5th down in Florida. They started in a rain delay. That's why they're so far behind. Aberdeen, a 4-run 7th inning to give them a 4-2 advantage over Brooklyn right now. They're not too far away over on the east side there of New York, top of the 9th, with Aberdeen ahead 4-2. Again, the score we care about most, though, on this production is that of Bowie's, and it just wasn't a pretty one. Bowie has walked off for the 8th time this season, 3-2 the final tonight in Somerset. 2 sides are back at it again tomorrow for game 5 in this series. The best the Baysox can hope for now is a series split. They'll have to win Saturday and Sunday. But the Baysox will get a big boon to try and get it done. Kyle Bradish is scheduled to make a start for Bowie on a Major League rehab assignment. He'll face off against right-hander Mitch Spence. Spence is 2-4 with a 5.40 ERA this season. It's a 7:05 first pitch, which means a DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 6:45. For now, though, we say so long this evening. Matt Sabat is with you from TD Bank Ballpark saying thank you for stopping by as Bowie suffers their 8th walk-off loss of the year, 3-2 at the hands of the Somerset Patriots. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.